it or not, Kid Rock's Only God Knows Why. I just remember it, but I don't know if anybody here was old enough to remember when he released that song in '97. But it was a moment. It was a real
Put the
moment.
old linky dink down there.
I love songs that grow with you. You know, and I feel like that song has grown with me as I went into fatherhood. So
I literally just got back home not too long ago.
One of the greatest written songs ever. You know, you want to talk about one that'll make
When I was to the pool, our pool was closed. And I said, baby, and she was all tore up about it. I said, baby, we can go find some water tonight. I got you. Sure enough, we did. Didn't matter which way we needed to get over the gate or what, you know what I mean? But we was getting up in that bitch, though. Big Kielbasa, what's happening, Bubba? How are things in the neighborhood out there? Oh shit, I thought you burned it back there already. Yeah, that's fine.
And it was a Rex in Effects Rump Shaker cassette tape. It just had that song, whatever the other song was that I never listened to. And
Big Kielbasa.
That's all they had. A package of 3 blank cassette tapes.
Wonder where you came up with that name from, bro. That's a cool ass fucking name, dog. Cool fucking name, bro. Damn, I wish I would have thought of that first. Damn. Fucked up on that one, didn't I?
That was very. I mean, get a little bit more serious. You first went to prison when you were 14, and you cycled in and out for a decade. Looking back,
John Cabrera.
I would like to think rehabilitative resources might have been able to do that. And the juvenile justice system was so focused on disciplinary action that I feel like they never actually focused.
What's happening, bro?
I mean, I don't care who you
I think old Doug's coming up here in just a sec.
Right. And I know what my daughter needs more than anything is connection and love. And in every scenario, and in every turn, and every corner, she is looking for a way to connect, be accepted, receive, and give love. And
y'all hear some strong ass fucking tincture.
And it turns into the old fashioned, if you tell somebody not to do something, the likelihood of them doing it multiplies by 3. That's a statistic. And I just think that maybe that could have helped, which is why we focus all of our, and I don't want to talk about this too soon, it's in your list.
It's on my list, but you can hit it now.
Yeah, that's why we focus all of our philanthropic efforts on juvenile and at-risk youth and places of, I think that, you know, I believe in nurture over nature. And when you put a kid in an environment that is concrete and steel and you don't nurture them, you're allowing nature to take over nurture. And you're just only setting that revolving cycle. And I could sit here on a real rant about how it's incentivized, right? You know, this is a big prison for profit. I could really go on that big long rant that nobody wants to hear, but I think we need to address it different. And for me, it's a grassroots area.
That fucking teachers,
you know, I said this earlier.
They extracted the fucking THC with
I'm biased, but I think she's the smartest 15-year-old.
What's that strong ass liquor?
She's cute, she's witty, she is awesome.
That 180 proof shit, fucking that damn near CB. What's happening, Bubba?
I've learned not to judge her for those
410. There's the link, Bubba. I already dropped the link, dog. What's happening with your CB? What you got going on, dog?
Gangs are a problem in America to this day because people are looking for a way to connect.
You put your money where your mouth is. You won't say it, so I will. So when you played Bridgestone and sold out Bridgestone, you donated more than $400,000 to youth incarceration programs, including where you were in juvenile. And you're building studios in those juvenile facilities. There's a new facility that they're going to build that you've already committed to.
This tincture y'all is made from fucking 10 different top notch strains. And homie just got it. He can just make it as fucking strong as he fucking wants because he's got it like that. And this shit is fucking strong. Trust and believe. You talking about night and night, motherfucker. Yep, it'll do it. Y'all start seeing my eyes getting lower and lower by the minute. I swear to God, it will.
Advanced GED courses, because another thing is when I was a juvenile, I was never forced to write. They make you go to school for 2 hours a day, but you didn't care. You wasn't tuned in. There wasn't nobody that actually cared, and they're trying to get you across the finish line. So technically, until I got my GED when I was 24 years old in jail, my last grade completed was the 8th grade. Even little things like we could just institute.
Yeah. 14, where you at, baby? Where you at now? Yeah, I just tore up some fucking food, dog. I ain't gonna lie, man. I went to fucking Taco Bell, dog. Wife was like, man, she said, fuck it, let's go get out and get something to eat. I was like, shit, throw something out, I'll fucking grill it or whatever. And, of course, my daughter wanted some chicken nuggets or something, so that's what we went and did. So I got me a little couple burritos from old Taco Hell.
And it just, the look of pride.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, Stephen. Ain't nothing wrong with that, though. I swear to God, I would be too if I could fucking. If I could, fit it. I'm so goddamn full, it don't make no damn sense.
But how much of that was a sea change for you to realize you weren't learning disabled, you weren't a dumbass?
Well, I think for me it was just you put I seen a quote one time. It's a famous quote, so whoever it is, credible. You can't judge officials' ability by how good a climb a tree. And I'd never been out of my little fishbowl or my little bubble. I tell the story now that I have friends from Antioch.
Oh shit!
Like, yo,
oh shit! Trouble in the building.
So man,
I'm cool right here. When you live in that
what's happening, dog?
What up, man?
What you got going on, dog? We got actions in here now. Shit.
I was just trying to extort.
John Cabrera, CB actions.
Listen to that accent.
Well, I'm leaving out some bad. Big Kielbasa.
That's you. That's your picture, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's not.
Oh, well, there was one that was named Jackson's Left Titty for a while.
Is there really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that, but that's fucking hilarious.
Hold on, look at the picture click on the person's comment that you were just talking about.
The Big Kielbasa?
Yeah, whoever it is. I can't see comments.
It's my face.
That's what I'm saying. That's you.
It's not me, though.
I know it ain't you, motherfucker. You're talking to me.
That's me on the damn thing, though.
You thought I meant in real life? No.
I don't know how to fucking set, dude. I've had this same fucking YouTube for shit, probably since I was a damn teenager.
I always joke with people.
I wouldn't know how to fucking.
Whenever somebody says that might be Doug or that might be Bama, I'm like, Doug and Bama aren't smart enough to create all this.
Well, we're smart enough. We're just not going to waste our time on fucking making another channel.
No, we're smart enough, but that's the facade.
It's just like,
you're fucking up the facade.
I'd rather just do something else.
You're messing
I know
up.
that's fucking
You're
right.
messing up the vibe here. We're supposed to make people think that we're not smart enough to do it. Remember?
Oh
We're
yeah, we're totally
idiots,
dumb.
bro.
I forgot.
How
I
the
forgot.
fuck can we do that? We don't know
Yeah,
how to do
I
that.
forgot. I forgot. We're totally fucking stupid.
Yeah, dude, we're idiots, bro. Hey, there's Jen. Jen, why do I feel like
Yeah,
I
I was literally just about to say, what's happening there, Jen? What you got going on, girl? Talk to me now. Don't be no stranger now.
I see that fresh coil on that.
You saw that?
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
I woke up and didn't wake up until I woke up and saw a message from you, and then when I called you, I could hear a car door beep, so I basically just was hanging up. You're like, I'll call you back. I was like, don't wreck. Hung up the phone.
I literally couldn't hear you because, like, how my shit was hooked up or whatever. Like, I was just like, hey, I'm on my way back to the house. I'll call you when I get back to the house. Like, I couldn't hear what you said. You know what I mean?
All
But I
I
knew
said
it
was
was like,
drive safe.
but I know
can
I
hear
was
the
like
beep.
5-10 minutes away from the crib. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just said drive safe. I can hear the car beep, and you're good. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, StreamYards wants to extort me, bro. They start sending you messages.
That's what they do.
They start sending you messages like way early, trying to scare you and shit. They're like, you only have 19.8 minutes left. Are you gonna pay us? Bro, you're making me want to go wake up the person next to get some
That's what they fucking do, bro.
Yeah. I'm like, wait, I mean, I was exaggerating. Obviously, they don't hit you up when you have 19 hours left, but that's what it feels like.
Yeah,
like,
but
hey,
it's like
download this.
when I had it, man, it was like every time I would get on, it would say some kind of bullshit reminder like, oh hey, so you're
You want to know what the
just to let you know you're running low on hours, da da da. You know what I mean?
The sick thing is, I'll end up.
Okay, whatever hour, just fucking whatever. You know what I mean? I fucking ran out of that shit in like fucking 4 days or some shit.
Bro, the sick.
I was just like, I'll just get it.
They're gonna have me buying it because I'm gonna get annoyed with their damn extortion letters and be like,
well, I mean, it just makes shit a whole lot easier.
Well, yeah,
It really does. You know what I'm
I was
saying?
never thinking about running out of time.
Oh hell!
Who's here?
Man, do I got a surprise for you, Bubba?
Well, I can't see.
I don't know if you're ready for this, dog.
Let's see who it is, man.
All right.
Oh,
damn!
What the hell's going on here?
Oh man, we were just sitting here thinking about ways to be cool like you.
StreamYard sorts us.
Some difference in
300 words.
See, Jeff's
That'd be a waste.
You don't need StreamYards. He just.
Nah, it wouldn't be no waste, man. We've been trying to figure it out, and I just can't get it down. I'm almost just about to give up on it at this point. I've just come to realization I just can't be, that cool. I mean, you know what I mean?
It's Jeff? That's not gonna happen, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I've just fucking come to realization that, it's just not gonna happen for me like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doug, you need to turn up your microphone.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Let's see. Microphone. I'm sorry about that, Jeff.
Or Hood Billy needs to turn you up. One or the other.
Is that better? Is that better?
No.
Well then,
no.
Me, because I got my mic on volume maxed. Hood Billy, crank it up.
I'm turning it all
Hood Billy, you got control over that?
I'm turning it up as loud as it goes.
Here, I'll even move closer. Can you hear me better now, Jeff? I'm talking like
Yeah.
giving a speech.
Doug, you gotta forgive Doug. You know what I mean? He's got a little soft in his voice. You know what I'm
Fuck
saying?
you. I just like to sit
He's
back
got a
on
little
the
bit of
iPads,
he's
not
he's
on
a
my
little
fucking
he's a little light in the loafers is what we call it down here in Alabama. You know what I mean?
light in the loafers, huh? What the
Yeah.
fuck kind of slang
You're
is
the
that?
one who's light. Jack Billy's the one that's lighting his loafers.
That's right. I'm fucking moonwalking them bitches.
Did you eat?
You better
Sure.
believe I did.
Would you go out and get? Would y'all have?
Fucking Taco Bell.
Oh shit.
I got Jayla said she wanted she on this popcorn chicken thing while she was with my mama for a few days.
Yeah.
So she said she wanted some she said Sonic. She said Sonic, Daddy. I said what? I said how do you even know what Sonic is?
Oh,
She
y'all
said
don't got Sonic round the way?
the chicken. Oh no, Sonic's everywhere. But
Oh,
she just, you know what I mean. Just like how she said it, you know what
right.
I mean.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, so you've been eating that. You've been eating that popcorn chicken
Grandma.
with your grandma, huh? She said, yeah. I was like, all right, well, I'll swing by there and get you something, you know what I mean? And then
Hey, you tried it?
everyone at Taco Bell, and I don't give a fuck you know what I mean? Whatever. I mean, hell, just give me a burrito. I'm good.
What? 2 dozen tacos?
A whole
Well,
box.
usually it's 2 dozen. Yeah, usually 2 dozen will do it. If not a dozen, or if not two, or excuse me, 3 dozen.
Well, so that means like
Sometimes
the
I got
wife
three
gets like
dozen.
4 of them,
She
and
gets
the
Well,
daughter
no, two.
and your
Two.
little girl maybe gets one.
No, she don't get any.
she gets Sonic.
Yeah. So the other 32 tacos are coming to me.
And that's just lunch.
Bro, funny thing, I got a funny story about Taco Bell. You remember when you were a little kid in elementary school and kids would bring in like munchkins for their birthday and everybody would pass out like a munchkin in elementary school or something like that, like those donut holes or whatever. On my birthday, I brought in tacos, bro. And everybody had dude, I hooked it up on my birthday. I'm like, fuck donuts. I'm bringing Taco Bell in this bitch. But
So
now
were they like more thrilled about the Taco Bell, or were they like, what the fuck is this? Where's the damn donuts
no, bro, no, they were like, who the fuck brings tacos? They thought it was cool, man. But nowadays, that wouldn't fly. They'd be like, well, we need vegan ones, and kids can't have this, and kids can't have that. You know what I mean?
Shit. They probably got Taco Bell, Wendy's, and fucking Burger King all in the cafeteria.
Yeah, yeah, man. Shit. I remember at school lunch, I used to get the pizza, but I never ate the crust because the crust tasted like rubber. So I'd always take the fries that they would give you and pull the cheese off of them and then make like a big cheese fry platter. But I never ate that damn crust, man. That shit was horrible.
Hey, Weavy, bro. Rick was not getting that hat back from Ray, bro.
He didn't want that
I
back,
know
huh?
all about them, bro. I mean, I say I know all about. I've watched the whole, soft white underbelly and other things and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like, but
What'd you
that was
think of those pictures, Jeff?
that was fucking cool. Y'all went and did that, man. Like, I mean, like real shit. You know what I mean? Like, and then you could tell Ray was just fucking loving that hat. You know what I mean? Like, so that's cool, man. That's fucking cool. Y'all went and did that, bro.
Well,
You
Ray's
need
gonna.
to, Weavy, you need to need to explain the family tree, just how inbred those people are.
It goes way back.
Well, now it's almost getting to the point of how inbred the people were, because the younger ones now, they've like
It was there.
they've
It
grown
was a
out of
whole.
it,
Yeah, it was a whole. Yeah. Ain't that right, Weavy? Though.
Damn it, I can't read this shit. You don't never
The
click on.
I'm trying to remember to click on it so you
I
know what
know,
I'm talking about.
I'm just fucking with
Yeah,
Look. He said, yeah, Ray wanted his hat. Rick gave it right to him.
you. I bet he did, and
That's
Ray's
so fucking cool, man. That's what's up, bro.
it's not like that hat wasn't like 9 times too big or anything. Was that a fitted or a snap?
Nah, I mean, it was Rick's like, I mean, hell, I don't even know what fucking kind of hat that. I mean, it was obviously, like some kind of rare fucking hat. You can't go up in lids and get that hat.
No, but I think
You
there's
know what
a
I'm
place
saying?
like
no, you got to order them online.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. Like, I can't remember what it was, but I know you can't just go to the store and fucking get it.
F
You know what I'm saying?
FTW
F.
Yeah. That's what it was.
FU2.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. I need to get one of them my damn self. Hell.
Well, I'm sure that you could probably find
Yeah.
a
He said, yeah, Rick wasn't getting her back, dog.
He don't want her back now. Golly. That thing smells like Whitaker for life.
I mean, I hate to, say it. I hate to,
Hey,
say
I'm
it
not
like
knocking him. I'm just saying
I've
shit.
been around a lot of fucked up shit, man, and hygiene is not high on a lot of people's, list of priorities. You know what I'm saying?
No, but
And
I'm just saying,
that's the
that's
kind
the type of gift you give and you don't want back. Once you give somebody a hat, you don't really expect the hat back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say like, oh no, I'm like now that you put on your, I don't want it back. Like, you know what I mean? But
No.
I'm just gonna be like, bro, like I want you to have this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sure he was really happy about it too, because
Oh yeah, man.
little
He
kids
was.
happy.
Yeah, I bet
You
he's
know he was.
Look at her with her tongue sticking it. No, she wasn't doing it. Damn it.
Dude, we got a cat that same color that we keep pulling up on every time we pull up. Every time we pull up, we try to get it to come to us or whatever, but it'll just skirt off.
It's
You know
like
what I
she
mean?
heard you say that. When you said that, she looked like, what are you talking about, huh?
She's fucking mugging me down, dude.
Nah, she's
Look
ready.
at her, dude. Dude, look at her, bro. She's fucking mugging me down, bro.
Stop looking
Damn,
at my.
dog. Fucking gangster ass cat. You wanna have a staring contest, motherfucker? You wanna have a staring contest?
he already left.
Let's do it.
Yo,
She doesn't like that. You won.
I
I
won.
can't be mean to her.
I won.
oh, you're a man.
How you doing, Jeff? What's new? What's new with you, Jeff?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No.
Did you get a kick out of those pictures, man? Didn't Weavy look happy in the picture with fuck, what's her name?
Yeah, I was surprised to see those
Betty or
pictures.
something.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was cool, man.
I got some questions I want to ask Weevy about what it's like over there at the Whitakers.
Bring your ass up, baby. For
Why are you
God's sake.
Why are you looking at Bama like that?
Hey, Bam.
Yo.
So yesterday you were in the pool, right?
Yeah, and I was tonight too.
Is there
So when you get out of the pool and you just like lay down and you're drying off, do like a group of people get around you and go, "Oh no, he's beached himself. Help me roll back in."
Well, it doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes, when I get out, I have to just like roll out the pool pretty much. So I just
Right,
so I don't actually stand up when I get out.
right.
Just
Do people
I do the
worry that
whole
you
thing.
won't roll back in?
I've had a couple like I've been stuck on my belly a couple times. You know what I mean, rolling. And I've had a couple people come over here and check on me, make sure I was still breathing and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Rolled you back in?
They tried to pump. They pulled a fucking air pump out and they's pumping up their fucking tubes with. Then they get in the pool and fucking
air?
shoved it in my mouth like I was a goddamn beach whale. You know what I mean? And fucking pump me full of air and shit. You know what I
Some
mean?
motherfucker just popped off around in my neighborhood.
I finally
Shit.
yeah.
Welcome to my neighborhood, but one.
I was gonna say, hell, you stick around long enough, hell, you might hear it out here too.
Dude, to be honest, if I hear one, I think that's more of something crazy happening than if I hear 30. If I hear
That happens again.
yeah,
That
that's
motherfucker, I'm going off.
One, it's like somebody
Jeff's going
probably
to
just
handle
fucking
business.
got hit.
Jeff's going to handle business, man. Watch out.
That's what I'm talking about.
Don't worry, you got witnesses, Jeff.
Sure. Oh hell yeah, hell yeah, CB. I'm all with that, bro.
I'm gonna get in the chat here. I want to know what people are talking about.
I'm trying my best to.
No, don't worry about it. I'll figure it out. I got it.
Weeby said he's gonna come up here in a minute. Oh shit, here you go right here.
Oh, cool. Here comes Weavy, BB.
Hey,
What up, man?
what you got going on, Bob?
There he is.
Wore out, bro.
I bet, bro.
Um,
You was fucking up forever the other night. Then you still had to go.
I've
Shit.
had very little sleep, bro. It's just been trying to rest, but
Then you
Yeah.
met
I ain't
Hillbilly
trying to,
Royalty.
huh?
Then you went and met some Hillbilly Royalty.
Yeah, well, it's not the first time I've met him. You know what I mean?
No, you know.
But yeah, I went and visited some kind of,
That's
but yeah, I ain't gonna talk too much about it just because Rick was involved too. But Jeff said he had some questions, and I was gonna answer his questions and stuff. Whatever he had to say.
Sure.
ACB, that's not even a joke because there's a lot of women in different parts of my city that say they have nice beds and sleep on the floor, bro. Because of that. Because they got their windows hit so many times. So
Let me tell y'all something about these people first, though, right? Is that Jeff on here?
Yeah, that's Jeff.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what people don't realize, you get around these people, there's if there's any such thing as God's children, these are those people. That's what it
Right.
feels like to me.
Yeah.
We both have video footage. You notice none of it's out at all. I'm conflicted in my head. about even putting
Even if you
much
want to
or
do
out of
anything
any
with
about
that,
it. Yeah,
yeah. I
it's
mean,
let me tell you why. I could, I can go down there anytime I want to, anytime, right?
yeah.
Uh,
Like if basically if you show up down in there,
They know
like
who he is.
they're gonna recognize you. They're gonna know who you are.
yeah, they know who I am, right?
Right.
I mean, homeboy knew who I was right off the rip, right? He just
Right.
didn't. I've gained so much weight since the last time he had seen me. He just didn't. You
Oh,
know, I
okay.
but one of the dudes that I went to high school with, he was down there too. He's one of them, right? He's not,
Oh,
but
okay.
he's still right.
Yeah.
Got it together a little bit.
But I was just you gotta. I don't know, man. I don't know if I don't know how I feel about. I still don't know how I feel about making money off these people. I'm not sure about it.
Yeah, I would feel, I would feel kind of the same way about it. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't want to like bring light to the situation, but you know
Yeah,
what I
I mean,
mean?
if it would help them, yeah,
You
Well,
know.
what about Rick
Yeah,
traveling the country?
if it was something that would help them and it wouldn't put them in a put them in a negative light type
yeah.
shit,
What about Rick
I mean
using
that'd
any
probably
of
be
the
all
footage?
right. You know what I mean? But
I was saying, what about Rick using some of the footage? Because he's traveling the United States, and I mean, I understand you not wanting to use it because they're like a stone's throw away almost, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But like, that's something he
Well,
came across, you know?
yeah, it is, but he didn't come across him. I mean, I took him down there,
Well, you know what I mean. It's
but what
something
I'm
that he
saying is,
ran
what I'm
into.
trying to, but he said he's following my lead on it because he said these are my people, and he don't,
Yeah, he don't want to do nothing you don't want him to. I understand, but
yeah, it's, I don't know, man. It's a weird situation. These
well, we all
people
know
are,
somebody
look,
who doesn't
they
mind.
come from, uh, one of the craziest things in the world is how they got here. But these people are
This is a really personal story, but
as simple as
going through something with my
it is. Okay,
it's the
I was having
but from everything.
I talked to Doug just a while ago, and I was talking to him about money to them and stuff, right? And I said, we was talking about, uh, these people are I don't know how I feel about even putting out any video footage, man. Like I said, I don't want to talk about it even too much, right? It's just,
Right.
yeah,
but you like it, but Doug said a jar full of dollar bills and a jar full of marbles. Ray would probably take the marbles. Yes,
Yeah,
probably.
dude, 100%. $100 bills or a jar full of marbles. Ray's going with the marbles. What's he want the money for? He doesn't even know half. Doesn't even understand it,
Yeah,
bro.
but as far as whatever I'm gonna do with
And it wasn't malicious.
my video footage, I'm still struggling in my head as to what to do with it or anything else. I mean, but that's all. I'm gonna wait till I get on a live with Rick, and then we'll
yeah.
talk about it more. But Jeff, if you had a question or something, I'll answer it, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Hey,
can hear you.
hey, we got an extra surprise in the building, dog. Check
Some
it,
fucking
check,
asshole in my neighborhood
check
popping
this out
off.
right here, dog.
Was popping off
Bam,
some fuck.
baby.
What's up, man?
Yo,
What's up there, Brandon?
Hey, what's up, man?
What you got going on, brother?
Hello.
Brandon?
Hello, Brandon. That's not.
Oh,
But
wait, hold on.
Oh shit! Now we're losing people like fucking hostages.
I didn't. Hey, I didn't mute his
It's
mic.
it's all good.
but it came. But I saw it where like his mic was muted though, but I didn't click mute
Hey,
mic.
Weavy, you
What's
think you're
up, Jay?
second guessing it because like the conditions or the
I don't
mood
know,
or
man.
just all of
It's
it put
not,
together?
it's just as long as I'm just saying, as long as
Well, I understand. Never mind. I got you.
I don't know, man. It's hard to
I
explain. I
I
don't really
understand what you
explain
mean.
it to you.
I understand. It's
Yeah,
just in the pictures it looked like you guys were like it looked like you guys were having a good time. The family looked
Oh, of
happy and
course,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
They were very happy. You know what I'm saying?
Brandon.
It's cool. You know what I mean? It's just like I said. It's
What's up?
just
What's up,
What
man?
up, Papa?
it's
Can hear you now.
different to me. It's just different to me because these are very pure people that people don't understand how pure they are.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Brandon was
That is
there.
a fact.
Yeah,
So,
that way.
um, some idiot was shooting off fireworks in my neighborhood at 10 o'clock at night. So I had to go deal with that. I just got back.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh man, Jeff, I bet them fucking little kid. I mean, okay, I know if I was fucking 12 or something, and I seen you with your fucking voice coming up on me or whatever,
I'd run.
man, I'd have been like, yep, I'm throwing these fireworks away right now. I'm going back to the house, but I
Oh,
appreciate it.
you'd be surprised how brazen these fucking stupid fuckers are. But
Nowadays,
I, I took the truck, went over there with a pistol, and I told them motherfuckers that if they shot another one off until 4th of July, I was going to show up with a 5-gallon bucket full of water and throw it on all their fireworks.
Yeah, people
At
around
least
my
you're giving
neighborhood around the 4th of
July.
July tend to
oh man,
overdo it.
dude, I wish I mean, cause I'm just picturing it in my head, and I'm,
Dude,
I'm
it
knowing
was
you
like
just so.
it was like okay, it was like 2 or 3 days before New Year's, and my neighbor behind me, they were out there shooting these motherfuckers off, these great big fucking mortars at
More.
fucking midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, that's it. I filled up 2 buckets, drove around the corner in my truck, got out of the truck, grabbed the bucket, walked over and just threw it on them.
Hey, quit letting off fireworks.
Goddamn right.
See here, what
I
You
we
should
love
have
do,
it.
dropped one
it
of them
doesn't
farts
bother
on them,
me as
Jeff.
much.
Huh?
You should
Cause
have dropped one of them
I
farts.
fucking
Blows.
definitely deserved some shit like that when I was that
I
young.
fucked it. Anyway, Jeff, what kind of questions did you have for me, man?
Yeah, let's hear Jeff's
Well,
question.
I don't know, but like, okay, you know that soft white underbelly guy? I saw him go over there with his girlfriend, cook some food for them guys at the house.
Yeah.
That's his girlfriend?
Or it looked like, I
Might as
thought
well
it was
be,
his
bro. Yeah.
girlfriend.
Yeah, it's he calls her his assistant. And that, but what
Okay.
is yeah,
Yeah. So, I was just wondering, like, what the fuck it smelled like over there.
yeah,
I mean,
I'll put it politely, it's what you would think it would. That's it's
They
just,
have
Okay.
livestock. I mean,
yeah. Uh
yeah.
uh but those people are just as they're just as happy. They're happier than probably any of us are sitting here right now.
That is
I'm
they're
not gonna
facts.
just
lie to you.
simple. It's so simple it can't be anything but innocent.
But yeah, there's not. I don't really want. I don't want to say too much because I'm gonna do it with Rick on a live, man, and we'll talk about it and stuff like that. And it's just like I said, man. For one, I'm just wore the fuck, plumb the fuck out. I'm like I said, I'll probably be up here another 5 minutes, and I'm just gonna lay back and listen. I'm just
Yeah.
ragged to the bone right now, man. But
And I think that
Brandon, I got your message actually too. Anyway,
antics that I see online, it makes me
anyway,
have this cross
but
disgusted.
yeah,
Disgusted.
look,
Certain things.
the
To have this tattoo.
anybody that will treat those people bad, you got you a good spot waiting in hell for you, buddy.
Tattooed on my face.
No doubt.
Equals
No doubt.
tension.
Unless you're a stupid young kid that doesn't know
No, because
better.
I used to do it when I was a stupid young kid.
Yeah, but I mean, they got neighbors
Well, you're a
that
grown ass man and you're down.
watch out for them, don't they,
Well,
Steve?
they have a lot of traffic that goes by that keeps eye out on them. They're as far as direct neighbors, no, they're pretty far out. But there is
Yeah,
traffic
they're
that
all
goes by
together.
on the.
That's like family. Yeah.
Well, but what a lot of people don't understand, they don't show the young people that live there. So
Right.
Those there's youngsters
Yeah.
around.
Even young people
there's young
deserve to.
people around that would definitely defend
Watch
their
out.
character. But yeah, it's just. But
Well,
I'm
I'd
good,
be
man.
interested in hearing exactly how the tree in that family works.
There's a
There's a video on
video.
YouTube about it.
I didn't
What?
see. I couldn't find anything that had the complete breakdown. Like
It's got
this
this video.
one was
I
related
got
to
one.
this one, and they got together and they had three
No, this got
kids.
the whole breakdown, bro.
Yeah, dude. The thumbnail is a tree with
Yeah, it's
their
a
name
family
on it.
tree.
I'll have to look it up. Whitaker family tree.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it should
the
bring
channel's
up.
called Faces of History, I think.
Yeah,
Faces of history.
Yeah.
I
All
think
right.
I like that. Yeah,
I'm serious. This is the Jesus that's in the Bible, right?
but that's cool, man. Did you guys? Where'd y'all get something to eat at? Did you eat at your aunt at the your favorite place to eat?
No, bro, we were pretty much we were okay. Rick was tired from traveling. I was
bet.
tired from not having any
Sleep.
sleep the last couple of nights because of all the shit that's going on and still going on, right? And
Mhm.
We basically
we
took the
just hung
time
out
just to
most.
get to know each other. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
that's what we did, you know. And then I just made sure I wanted to take them to something that was definitely different. And
Yeah, memorable.
you
Did you
know,
guys get
What was
down to the river or anything?
no, bro,
Nah.
there was just no
It's not enough
Time wouldn't
time.
allow it.
there's not
Rick
enough
has to
time,
do what
man.
he's got to do.
Yeah,
So where's Rick
yeah.
off to now?
You'll find out
I
soon.
So are you still there, Brandon?
Yeah, I'm sticking around for a little while. Like, this is Weevy's area. He's got so many stories. Like, it's like his gold mine. Like, he knows everything about it.
Right.
yeah.
I think a lot of us know little parts about our hometowns that we've lived in. I mean, I personally lived in the same town or area.
Hell, hey,
What?
baby, if he fucking cool. I'm sorry, Doug, man. I'm so bad.
Oh, you
Cut
ain't
you
never
off,
cut
bro. My
me off.
bad,
Bro,
bro.
cut me off anytime you want. I don't give a fuck.
No, I just when something comes to
Everybody
my
knows
head,
a little bit of history, but Weevy lives this history. Like, he lives and
Right.
breathes it. He knows it.
Yeah,
hey,
man.
you should
Yeah.
think about doing. You should think about doing like a. I mean, kind of. I mean, I don't know. You call it a hood blog or what you would
Yeah,
call it, but
right. I got
kind
you.
of like
We
like
talked about that.
the shit that I did and shit. Like showed
Yeah,
different neighborhoods and shit like that people like don't see when they come to Huntsville type shit. Like
yeah. We
that type
talked
of
about
shit. Like
that. I actually took them through where I grew up
people
at.
would be fucking interested in that shit.
Dude,
Yeah, we
dude,
got one. I
every
seen one of
street
my
we went
buddies
down, he
weed
had a
eating.
story.
Yeah,
Right.
and I seen one of my buddies weed eating, man, on the side of the road, and we stopped and talked to him for a few minutes and shit, and that was cool. And just I kind of just man, we just We just it was cool. It was fun, man. I had a great time.
In your mind,
I'm just so
That's
tired
what's
right now.
up.
I cannot have. I don't have a bit of energy left in me, bro. I cracked
Well, go
open
to
a
bed.
monster can.
Uh,
I'm
Go
going.
go to
I'm
bed.
headed. I'm headed to in a minute. Right here in just a minute, man. I'm just wanted to come up here to speak to y'all for a minute and say, like I said, like if I know people's gonna have 1,000 questions for me, and a lot of them I'm not gonna answer. A lot of them I probably won't. Uh, and but you know, like I said, just about it's as far as your question goes, Jeff, it did pretty much well. It was like it's basically what you'd imagine, but it's
I want to go to New York City and do the Madison Square
uh
Garden. I want to play the Forum or the
uh
Center, whatever
I
they
don't
do.
know.
You know, I want to
You
Weeby, get some
you
rest, brother.
yeah, I'm going to. I'm
Yeah.
going to.
shameless plug
Uh,
here. We
but
are. I see
yeah,
some.
but you'll see something when I figure out what I'm doing with that whatever I'm doing with whatever footage I got.
It's gonna be good too. I already know
Yeah, 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 definitely.
And you
Uh,
and Brandon should go out and do some tweaker seeker stuff.
yeah,
it.
there's
Dumpster
plenty of
diving and
that.
stuff. Yeah.
Oh, tweaker seekers. Just go
Yeah,
out and interview tweakers. Give them $5 to fucking answer
It'd be
questions.
new. They're everywhere in
yeah,
this
it was.
country. Like,
Yeah, it's hell, it's uh.
But that was a
Well,
family.
there's plenty of content here,
Um,
yeah.
I'll never forget
to say
there's
the
enough
least.
to last you the rest of your life from the way you were
Yeah,
telling those stories. Oh my god.
yeah.
to be like these people have
Uh,
always done for me, even when it wasn't a
You
lot.
ought to
there's
think about doing that shit though, bro. Like,
yeah,
I don't like, cause I like to think that nobody really gives a shit about where I'm from or whatever, but I type it in on fucking YouTube, you know what I mean? And there's a whole bunch of fucking bullshit people that's not even from my town or whatever, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's on here fucking, you know.
Welcome to YouTube.
Yeah, well, this is one of the worst parts of Huntsville right here. This is so and so projects, and they're in their car with their windows up. You know what I'm saying? Fucking doing their little video shit.
I was watching a video today of
No,
a
bro.
guy
Like,
doing the
getting
same.
out. I'm fucking walking through there. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Dude,
showing
I was
you
doing a
all.
DoorDash, right?
You know what I mean?
I was doing
Like,
a DoorDash in Tennessee, and there's a bunch of people with the camera setups and the lights and everything by the train track, just, trying to be gangster and stuff. This one car comes by with its lights off, everybody scatters. I'm just like, yeah, you guys are hood for sure.
oh yeah.
I think here in certain places they just have an understanding. Like, just don't come down this block with the camera. Just don't come down this area
Oh
with
yeah.
because you don't
I
see.
know.
If it
You
ain't your
know.
spot, ask
If I
permission,
see,
show
if I see,
respect.
yeah, if I
Yeah,
see some shit going on, you know what I mean. Like, obviously, I'm not finna hold my camera up and go going.
The time to drive through those areas and show, like, if you want to just show what it looks like there. Like, I was watching this guy who was doing in Louisiana, Mardi Grasville. What's the name of that city? Can't think of it right now.
New Orleans.
I don't
Lauren?
watch
New
TV, so
Orleans. Yeah, okay.
yeah. I
So,
wasn't sure if that's what you were trying to think of.
so he was driving around and he was just reading the stats off in his video about it, and it's twice as violent of a city as it's more violent there, twice as violent than Chicago.
It is.
do you know
Yeah,
they base
and
those
you have
numbers
Fucked up
off of
city, dog.
population versus
one
incident?
1 in 19 chance. So 1 in 19 people get in some sort of become a criminal victims of some sort. 1 in every 19 every day.
Yep.
Do you
There.
guys know where these stats come from?
I hate stats, but
Well, hey man, you
All
know
right.
what?
How big is
There,
their
there,
population?
there. A cop
Comparative.
went
I can
viral.
believe
A
it though.
cop, a cop went viral because he said he wasn't on patrol his first day an hour and he quit.
Yeah, I saw that.
You shouldn't have been a cop then. You should have never
Hey,
done
I
it.
see everybody in the chat. I see you guys.
Yeah, Weeby, go get some rest.
Yeah, man. I'm going
Absolutely,
to.
brother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's about
Go
all I really
ahead.
wanted to speak on that. But yeah, they're wonderful people, man.
Yeah,
They
because we
are
I
just
don't.
talked for like a
100%.
damn hour.
Look, you
Right?
you
Like they
could shed
welcomed
a
us with
you could do a
hospitality.
video and shed a whole different light on them people, and that's by
Yeah,
just taking the approach of these are good people.
yeah.
They're not bad people.
All I was about to say is there's probably more Appalachian videos out there, even though they're not like centered upon a specific subject, than there are about the neighborhoods that Diamond walks through. Because I don't never see anything about
Well,
those
look,
neighborhoods up and close.
I can say this with absolute certainty. When they drop what they're going to drop, everything's going to change.
What about them? Yeah, I got you.
Well, once Levy starts doing the stories that he wants to do, like, dude, he's gonna sell past my brother, guaranteed. That's how
Take
many.
us around, bro. Show us some. Show us some old West Virginia shit, like some 1800 shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, it's out there. It's out
you know
there.
what I mean? Like that shit. I mean,
Yeah,
me. I
go to old graveyards and just walk around and talk about the dates on the graves.
Yeah,
yeah,
How
yeah.
far? Because that's one of the oldest parts of the country.
Yeah, it
yeah.
is.
It
It's
And
is.
a
history,
lot
man.
of crazy battles.
Yeah,
Well, this used to be part of Virginia, and Virginia is like one of the oldest states here. So,
yeah.
Oh yeah,
but
for sure.
Isn't what the first state's Delaware, right?
yeah, I think so.
Because I got a house there and I always remember hearing that.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
I got a house in Delaware too, bro. You know what I mean?
Hey, it ain't nothing special. It's just a
It's my
place to lay
little.
your head.
It's just my little vacation house when I feel like, you know what I'm saying.
Kicking it.
That's what it was.
Yeah, I
Big
mean,
pimping and pimping.
I think it was only like 2.8, something like
Hey,
that.
that
Like
is really cool though,
2.8.
man. You guys met on the internet randomly, and then now you've met. That's crazy, to think about,
Yeah.
because a lot of people talk for years and years.
Our group is really tight. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just in general, a lot of people go a long time, and
Well,
they're
I'd like to go down there at the end of this summer.
Yeah.
You should come with me
Come on
too,
with it.
Doug.
Yeah, I'm not that far. I'm trying to figure out a time to come, so I'd go if you're gonna go. That'd be cool.
CB,
Stop
I
making
got all,
excuses and
bro.
just do it.
I'm gonna come to damn Boston.
Well, guys, I can't just leave right this minute. Guys got to make plans.
I have a
Yeah,
license.
You
that's
have
what
to
I
make
try
plans,
to.
sir.
Yeah, yes. Some stuff really needs to be planned out.
That's
I would,
not how I
I
live my
would
life, so I don't
I would
understand.
like to fucking
Yeah,
everybody
okay,
meet up at, like everybody get
Mister,
together and meet up
where
all.
he lays his hat as his home.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, that's cool, man. That's cool if that's your style.
I do what I want. There's a lot of freedom in what I do.
Brandon is a rolling stone. Wherever he lives, his hat is where his home.
Yeah, but yeah, CB, there's ghost towns, there's old coal towns that once were, and
That's the shit I'd be
yeah,
watched. You know what I'm saying?
there's everything you can imagine, man. Here's how I thought we were in the car, and I'm like, yo, I grew up way over on top of that mountain, and it's like fucking 10 miles away, right?
Yeah.
And we ended up on top of that mountain.
Driving down that street.
Yeah.
That's cool as shit, though.
That's
Yeah.
what's up, bro. Hell yeah.
But yeah, man, it was a good time. Definitely.
Even if it
And
was
I'm
a
thankful
short
that you
hunt.
shared all that
Yeah.
stuff with us, you know?
Yeah, man. It was my pleasure,
Like,
bro.
we got to know a little piece of you.
Yeah, definitely.
He's got a whole lot of pieces to him. So
Everybody does. Everybody does. You do. Doug does.
I got
You know?
Yeah, I do for sure.
I got
Doug ain't got
fucking
many.
many of them. I'll tell you that.
Uh,
When are you going to tell your
but
story?
yeah.
I'm open book. Whatever y'all want to know.
Look, he's getting up off the couch.
I was gonna say this earlier. You know who he reminds
I'm
me of on the
able to,
couch? Every time I
but
see him on
but
YouTube on
am
the couch.
I?
Drilling
Not
doesn't count, sir.
not weight wise.
No,
He's nowhere as big as who I'm about to mention, but Bam always reminds me of Big Pun chilling on the couch. Because Big Pun would just sit on the couch and just take up a huge and then ask like, "Where's my Mac 10 at? Go get my." Just barking
I like
orders
Big
and
Pun.
shit.
Okay. So I walked in the gas station. Literally, was it today or yesterday? And the first fucking light skinned dude, it was a younger dude. He's probably like in his, I don't know, like early 20s or whatever. He said he turned back around. He said, "Man, I swear to God, I thought you were Jelly Roll for a minute, bro. Like before I
Jesus.
actually looked at your whole face, I thought you was him." And then the girl that's not even with him, she said, "Man, I swear to God, when he came walking in, I thought the same thing." Da, 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 da. And I'm just like, dog, I get that shit everywhere I go, and I'm like, dog, I'm 300 pounds, bro. I'm not as big as Jelly Roll, bro.
If you had a mullet, you'd be in trouble.
Yeah.
CB,
Really.
Instead,
yeah,
he's
I've
got the
done
man
that
bun.
shit before. I've done it many times, bro. I've about caused people to but shit, I did it out in the middle, road shit out in the middle of roads and stuff before. Where I could have caused bad accidents like a dumbass. But oh well, that's being a kid, man.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
But yeah, I would like to take y'all and show y'all some of the old graveyards. There's a lot of Civil War ones, like I'm sure there is down where
That'd be
Bam is
cool.
at. Yeah, and
Hey, I might actually do that for my channel.
yeah,
Just show. I'm a
yeah,
history
they're
buff,
cool.
You're never
Yeah.
supposed to mess with a coin on a coin on
No,
a
you don't. I
headstone.
don't fuck with anything that's on around a
so you don't
grave,
mess with
man.
anything. It's not yours.
No, but I mean like especially a coin. Like the
Yeah.
workers get told that. I mean, of course not anything, but they throw away stale flowers and stuff like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
I think a
It's like
coin a lot of times is if you've served with somebody and you come visit them, you'll leave a coin. But
Brandon, look.
Jewish people leave a coin
yeah,
too.
go to sleep, bro. I'm still
I
in the
said,
area.
look.
We'll be all right. Oh, you left it at your house?
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, I was
Looking
looking for
for
that
that for a
motherfucker all
while.
weekend.
Oh, your elf.
Yeah, man. I was just ready to go get one. I was like, oh, fuck it. It's somewhere. I know it's somewhere. So
Those
If you
things
really
aren't
want to know the
cheap.
truth about the coins, it's for the boat keeper.
like,
The coins on the grave, it's to send them to the boat keeper so they can get to where they're going.
Okay, yeah, I just remember hearing something about like a person that served with another person leaving them a coin, but I also know
Don't
that
believe
Jewish
everything you see
people
on the
do.
internet, bro.
Oh, I didn't see that. I know that, but I'm saying I heard this person to person just probably by somebody that didn't know what they were talking about.
Yeah.
But I never mess with anything. I mostly just shoot pictures at graveyards, really, most of the time.
Make
so,
sure you're.
oh, okay. I was
What?
gonna tell somebody something real quick. So,
No, go for it.
okay, this happened to me twice, right? Okay. During the wintertime when my homeboy Dan brought my computer shit to me, he comes in my door, man, and I'm like, and I'm looking him eye to eye, and I used to look down at him, right?
I
And
know.
well, Rick gets out of the car. This is the first time I'm ever seeing this person face to face, and I look up, and he's like tall and skinny, right? And on camera, he looks not. He don't look. He looks like he might have a couple extra pounds, and he don't look like he's that tall. I don't know what about his camera does that to him. He don't look like he's fat or nothing. I'm saying, but I've seen people call him fat on there, bro. And this dude is long and lanky. And I would never think in a million years, because I was expecting something totally different, man. And I got out and I was looking up at him. It was weird. But same thing happened when my homeboy Dan come, bro. I used to look down on him, right?
And you're
And
you're like what? Like
I
6
used to be
foot
6'3"
yourself?
and a
Like,
half, at least.
you are?
Yeah, used to. I know
Was.
that's what my normal, when I was at my regular back, like my normal weight, right?
Yeah.
I was, but okay. But
So
since then,
you
I guess
like
probably, I've been
you a good
my
like
back's been
6'3".
damaged so much, and the weight and everything else, bro. I don't know what it is, but I've shrank. Like,
Maybe
But
your
you're
body's just
you're over
settled.
6
I don't
foot
know.
though.
oh yeah, I'm over 6 foot, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But I was like, holy shit, this is tall,
They do
right?
say that the camera adds weight. So,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
was just
It
thinking
definitely
is what it is.
does, man. It has to, because
Oh, it
he
does
does.
on me. I'll tell you that, because I
you're
mean,
like what?
all
80?
this right here you see is just artificial. You know what I mean? Like the camera does that. You know what I mean? Because when I do some shit like this,
Whatever you got to tell yourself, it's okay.
you know what I mean? It just automatically goes away, and I get my, you know what I mean, my God given, you know what I mean,
It's all a matter of perspective,
dream.
too. Like, if you're taller than me, I'm seeing you from a different angle. You know?
You said what?
I said, if you're taller than me, I'm looking at you at a different angle. So I'm going to see something that I didn't see before.
Oh yeah.
If I'm taller than you, then you're going to see a different
So,
angle of me.
you definitely taller than me, then.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
not my
see, you
much,
seem
but
like you're
a
taller
little
than
bit.
me, right? Right. You look like you're
I'm
taller than me.
6'2". I'm 6'2".
Okay, we're probably close.
Damn,
No,
sure.
because like I've
6'2",
came down. I've lost at least an inch.
300
lost it.
pounds of loving, baby.
I've lost at least an inch and
You
a
know what I'm
half
saying?
of height, a minimum. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
See, it's
I
like
don't know how
most
that
standard
works.
ceilings. I used to be able to walk in and palm them with my hand, right, easy. Now,
Do you ever have?
because today when I
like,
got home today, I took my hand and I stuck it up to my fucking ceiling, right, to see if I could still do that, and I can't. It's like my finger, half of my fingertips are there, but I can't just flat palm it easy, or nothing like that. And I was like, wow, I really have shrank down.
To be fair, when you got that knee, when you had that accident,
Yeah,
now you
that
can't
probably
stand
has something to
straight.
do with it too, bro.
You
Yeah.
can't stand straight. You're always at an angle.
let
Yeah.
me ask you this: does your back tend to hurt a lot?
Yeah, oh yeah, I've had 3 spinal fractures, bro. It hurts bad.
Well,
Yeah, it's just,
that right there probably has something to do with it.
Well,
and
my
you know,
buddy
the
was talking
compression
to
of my
him.
disc, especially with the weight, plus the whatever, the degenerative whatever. Everybody's got that. They just don't really know they
Hell,
got it to get over.
I'm fucking 300 pounds, bro.
Yeah, but I'm just saying everybody's got fucking most people has got degenerative joint disease in their back. They just don't know it.
Right.
Oh,
Because that's
Dude, I
going to
don't know
happen
any
eventually, regardless.
I definitely got some back shit. That's
I don't know any of
fucked
the
up for
back
sure. But
lingo. Like L this or S
It's
or I don't know.
C4, L7, and this and that. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
what you're
but
talking
my
about.
buddy was on the phone with his lawyer the other day, and his lawyer asked him about, like, he's had like 4 or 5 back surgeries, and he was talking to him about fusions, and he was like, "Yeah, I have 1 and 5," and he was like, 1 and 5, and he's like, "No, 1 through 5 are fused," and I don't know,
Yeah,
but that sounds like a lot to me. I mean, I
yeah, and
don't
infused
know
disc,
that
bro.
much, but
That's a shitty ass surgery to have, and I would hate to have it. And they wanted
yeah.
to try to fuse 3 of mine, and I was like, nope, you're good.
Imagine having 6 strokes right when you're supposed to be waking up from the back surgery, man. Imagine that luck. That's backing
Yeah,
Dude,
damage.
what the fuck?
Yep.
I don't know, bro.
He's okay now, but still.
Fuck. That's fucking wild, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, those things help. Absolutely.
yeah.
Where you get on this, it's like a
Oh,
heater,
the
whatever.
stretch fucking like spine out and whatnot.
Yeah, you hang
Yeah,
upside
the
down and
teeter
just let
Yeah, I
totter.
gravity
pulled the
work.
fucking doorway down,
That,
bro.
that
I
shit
have to
Yeah,
does
figure
feel
out
good
something
though.
else.
I
I'm
ain't
not
gonna
gonna
lie.
speak on that.
Yeah, I'd have to fucking figure out something else. I'd have to fucking, you'd have to strap me to some kind of rock or something. And
My
fucking,
fucking great aunt for some reason in her little and this is in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. In her little house, she had a little sunroom, and for some reason, she had one of them things that you could flip. You know what I mean? You stand up in, you you slip your feet in, and then turn back, and you
like on Toy Story with the fucking Richard Pryor and fucking those pixie
the
Velcro taking
whole the
around.
whole fucking flip up. Yeah,
Yeah,
the whole fucking
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
People
I
sleep
remember
in
her
them.
having one of them, man, and I remember like, and this is like probably like before I like actually fucked my back up. I still blame it on my homeboy till this day, bro, because I never had fucking back trouble until I was riding 4 wheelers with my buddy out in Taft, Tennessee. We was out there riding 4 wheelers, and he decided that he wants to fuck off and grab this big ass fucking stick. I mean, the motherfucker had to be this fucking thick, dog. You know
While
what I
y'all
mean?
were rolling,
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So we're fucking rolling. He fucking hides this thing. I don't know he has it, and I see it when he fucking pulls it up, and he's about to hum it at me. Well, he hums it at me. Well, I fucking dodge it. Well, I dodge it. Well, I accidentally hit the throttle when I dodged it. So I fucking bounce off the fucking back of that damn thing. I land right on my like lower back, like back mid back type area. The 4 wheeler goes into a barbed wire fence. He stops. He's like, dude, what the fuck, man? I said, you fucking threw a
Logger.
damn near log at me, dog. Like, what the
sounds
hell?
like you
Like,
should have zigged when you should have zagged.
man, yeah, I
Oh,
fucked
I've
up on that
definitely
one because I
zigged when
swear
I
to
should have
God,
zagged.
I never had no back pain. I don't ever remember having back pain before that. But after that day, it's never stopped.
let me tell you something, man, about back pain, bro. There's shit you can do when you're 5 and 6 years old to your back that you don't feel till you're fucking 35, 40 years old.
Yeah, this happened. I was probably 13.
Oh
And,
yeah, no,
like
Taco,
that.
yeah. I was gonna tell a story about that. As a matter of fact, hold on.
Uh,
But sorry, man, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead, Billy.
no, I was just saying. No, I was just talking about my back. I don't ever remember it. You know what I mean? Ever being a problem. You know what I mean? Before that happened, but I also don't remember that like that day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Being like, man, goddamn, dog,
Nah,
my back hurt
exactly.
like
That's
a
how it
bitch,
goes.
bro.
It hurts later, bro.
Oh yeah, like I didn't think nothing about it that day. I didn't even really feel it that
It's
day,
like a
but
car. Like when one thing breaks or something, and
it
you
was,
don't fix it,
yeah, it
it
was like,
all starts going like that.
oh
But
yeah,
when I was
they trying to put me in a back brace and everything, bro.
right when I was 12 and my brother was almost 15, I was right. I was on a quad and he was on his dirt bike, right? And we were rolling fucking down down a holler, right? And I had stopped, right? He was looking one way and I was looking the other. I had stopped, right? And he was behind me. And he fucking hit the back of my four-wheeler, flipped over top of me, landed on his back. He broke his back when he was 15 years old, bro, right?
Man,
Yeah, and it when the impact of hitting me threw me over the front of my fucking four-wheeler, right? But my legs are fucking sticking up in the air. This is a funny picture in your head, but I was young at the time. But my legs was sticking up because my face was planted on the road, and my legs was still on the front of the four-wheeler sticking up, and he was over in the fucking weeds, man. He went flying. I don't know how far because I was flying while he was flying. Yeah, but it messed his back up so bad, bro. It was unreal. This was at 15 years
oh
old.
yeah, and it's like there's no ever like permanent, fixing it or nothing.
No, you're back, man. Once you do something, you're back. It's just you
You
right
ever
there.
notice?
CB just now said it right there. What seems once you mess your back up, it's done or never right. It ain't.
Yeah.
And like
And
When
that's
you're
why I
young,
stayed away from fucking back surgery too, bro. Because every fucking person I've ever heard that's got back surgery. Now I don't know what kind of surgery you've had, and I'm not talking down on it or nothing like that. But I'm just talking about every kind that I've heard for what I have. It's pretty much temporary fix, and you're just still gonna always have issues.
yeah,
You know,
bro. When you have back
like,
surgery,
it's like why even like if I can still make it without having the surgery, and
I
it's
got a buddy your size that's
gonna
got
be
like a
pain.
box in his back. It looks like the X-ray or the MRI. It looks like he's got like a square box. I can't describe it just except for like a rectangular box, maybe like 3 inches tall and 2 inches wide, but like attached to his spine inside his back. It's crazy.
Miss Wanda, I can see that. My uncle owns he owns a trailer moving company, and I've seen him do some crazy shit before.
You
So
ever
yeah,
notice when you're young and you get hurt a lot of times? Well, at least when you're real young, kind of young, you like jump up like you're gonna like, all right, what's wrong? Like you're gonna shake it right off. I got hit by somebody doing like 50 in a go-kart one time. I was just standing there and they hit me. And I remember like being laid out and then just jumping up, like trying to stand up like everything was going to be okay. Everything was not okay. But I
yeah,
definitely, in my head, I was like, well, let me jump up and shake this off. But that was one of the first times that I was too hurt to just,
Oh,
you know, I was,
yeah,
I was
Dude,
messed up.
I
bro.
was I was riding a motorcycle one time, right? Car comes out in front of me and I go over the dash basically. I'm just sailing. And while I'm going over it, I see myself look at the person and try to flip them off. But it happened so fast I couldn't do it, right? So
Oh,
I tumbled on the other side. I jumped up like you were talking about, took three
yeah.
steps, and my ribs were like, no, motherfucker, you're done.
Yeah, well, similar to that, when 2018, when I got blindsided and was passenger in that car accident, that the other people in the other car told the police he walked around for 2 minutes after the accident. Now he's laying in the street. And I had to get loud with him and literally be like, I was running off adrenaline for a good 2 minutes when I got out of the car. Like, I didn't realize my ribs were like all that shit. I didn't realize that right away. It took a good like 180 seconds for me to like lose the adrenaline and fall out in the road because they were trying to act like he's lying because you're here now. Like, he's not really hurt. But I was like, no, I am really hurt, but it was the adrenaline before. Then that shit happened in my 30s. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I was a kid for that. That was a crazy
Yeah.
experience.
I tell people all the time, dude, if you're gonna hit something and I'm in the car, make sure you hit it good because I don't want them up the way.
Yeah. I hate car accidents, man. They're so fucking scary.
Man, there was some damn it, there was something I was gonna tell you. It was a real good story. Boys, I'm talking about right before the shit.
Brandon hit a dirt
Right before
bike.
the MRI, right before the motorcycle accident he was talking about, right before I told the story about how I went over a car in a
No,
motorcycle accident.
Just take a minute,
right.
good Billy.
Well,
Take a hit off a joint and relax, and it'll come to you.
Brandon had it pretty tracked down not far from
I
what we
don't
were
forget.
talking
I don't forget anything.
God damn.
That's what I do.
Man, it was a good story too, bro.
If it's
I
good,
don't
you'll
know.
remember it later.
It'll fucking come to me.
I know the last thing he talked about was a dude throwing a log at you when you were 13 and it messing your back up permanently. So I don't know what your brain was on to after that, but
Yeah, no,
you
but
were talking about
I
that.
was gonna chime in on what y'all was talking about, and I can't remember what I was gonna say.
I can tell y'all a really good story in the meantime.
Okay, go
All
ahead.
right,
That'll work.
It's
I
a
want to hear
really
it.
bad story, man, but it's crazy, right? Okay, it's Halloween. I have a doctor's appointment. It's late, right? This doctor's office isn't supposed to be open past 5, but we're there till 7 o'clock. Okay.
I
So
know
my
those
ride that was
doctors.
supposed to come back and get me, they had to be at work at 5. I was supposed to have been out of there at 4 something, right? So I seen somebody else and I knew that was going my way. So they're like, all right, yo, I'll give you a ride home, whatever, right? So I didn't know they was riding with somebody else, okay? There's some dude out in the car waiting for them. We get out there, this dude's like this, asleep, passed out, right? I'm like, yo, is he fucked up? And they was like, no, he takes dialysis and he ain't been in 2 days, right? So okay, right, and he's supposed to go every day, and they
That's
said he's
not good.
toxic right now. Well, okay, right, yeah, it ain't no good at all. So we start driving a little bit. And I noticed I'm like, yo, will somebody else drive? Like, he'll be all right. He'll be all right. Like, oh, all right, whatever. So we stop at the pharmacy. We leave the pharmacy. And we're heading down Harper Road, basically the same place that me and Rick and Brandon were at, right? And we come around this curve, homeboy, and I didn't know. I wasn't looking at homeboy at the time. His driving was this. We weren't on the sidewalk and we wasn't in another lane, so I was like, all right, okay. So, but all of a sudden, man, I turned around and looked forward, and I see a dude right in front of us, and then it was thump, and I seen legs fly up in there, and I heard something come across the car. So we run this dude over, right? He flew across the top of the car. Okay. And I looked over at old girl in the passenger seat was side by side. I mean, I was like, did you just see what happened? She's like, yeah, we just hit that black dude, right? And dude up in the car, as soon as we hit him, he sprung back to life because he felt the thump, right? The dude driving. Well, okay. So he didn't know he hit anybody. He just knew a thump woke him up because he done flew over the car, right? Well,
Jeez.
we keep going down the road. I'm like, yo, pull the fuck over, bro. We're going. So I'm not to stop. But pull the fuck up, somebody, pull the fuck over so somebody else can drive.
Yeah, why
Right.
wasn't someone driving from the jump,
Bro,
man?
they wouldn't. They had trust in this dude, bro, and it wasn't my car, and I couldn't. But I was getting ready. Okay, it was almost before this. Okay, before this accident, if there would have been too much more falling asleep, I was gonna tell him to let me out, and I was gonna go call somebody else, right?
Yeah.
So check this out.
Stupid American.
We get down to the bottom of the hill, right? There's this old hotel called the Pagoda, and we turn right in front of it down the street because this chick that's sitting beside me, her sister lives down that street, and we go to her house and sat for a few minutes. And I'm like, what the fuck are we going to do, bro? Somebody's bound to got our tags or something else, which I'm in the back seat, so I'm good anyway, right?
Right.
But anyway, we sat there for about, I don't know, just 5 or 6 minutes. Well, as we leave, we're at the stop sign getting back on our main road. Here comes shitloads of cop cars and ambulances, right?
Oh shit.
Okay. Chaco, I've told it like 2 or 3 times, bro. But anyway, we get, okay, so nobody does nothing. Of course, nobody wants to get in trouble. It's done. The damage is done. What the fuck can you do, really? Right? Anyway, so homeboy, the dude that was sat in front of me, Shane, he got over in the fucking driver's seat and drove. Right? Okay. Now I made it to my destination where I lived at. Right? I lived right behind the gas station.
Good.
And okay, so I didn't see this chick for like 6, 7 months, right? Okay, home dude got hit, died. Okay.
Oh, y'all killed him? Well, I mean,
I know, I didn't
killed
kill
him?
anybody,
Oh,
bro. I was
all
no.
right, hey, just
Not y'all,
hey,
the car. You know,
just
guy
just
driving dialysis.
somebody remind me after your story. Somebody remind me.
Came out wrong.
Taurus. Say Taurus flip car.
Okay.
There you go. I got it.
Okay, so listen, I want y'all to hear the end of this. Okay, I make it home, right?
Gotcha.
I didn't see old girl. Okay, so I knew old dude died. I seen that okay, well, anyway. So I see old girl about 6 months later, and she was like, that shit was crazy the last time when we were together, right? I'm like, yeah, it was fucking crazy as fuck, right? This happened on Halloween night, too. This is the crazy thing, right? Like, what's the chances of this happening on Halloween night? Okay, everything's looking all spooky and shit outside. Well, she was like, guess what happened the same night? And I'm like, what? She said, home dude went home and went to bed and never woke up.
Oh, that's a
he had the fucking where he hadn't been going to dialysis.
Oh wow, shit. Wonder what was
is it like? Is it because he didn't have it, or he just?
Yeah, why didn't
he was
filters your blood, bro?
Like, was he just choosing not to take? Like, not
he was a person that thinks kind of like me. Like, okay, you'll take your medicine till you get better, and then you think you're all right, so you quit taking your medicine.
I understand.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And then but
that's
he
not
was
something
known
you
for
can do
doing.
like
That's
that.
not so. Dialysis is something you have to fucking do.
Right.
Yeah, because you need a kidney by that time. You need a kidney.
But homeboy definitely didn't mean to run over dude, right?
Right.
He was dying on the way, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, well, but it's crazy that he took one dude's life, and then before the end of the morning, fucking, he was gone too.
It was technically
karma's a bitch, man. You got to pay her.
Well, I don't know if it was karma, bro. I don't know if you could. I don't know if you could have that with karma because home dude didn't have any bad intentions. I don't think that was it. I think he was going to die either which way.
Yep.
My pops
was dead.
It was just
pretty much got in the car.
Like,
yeah, he was halfway there. He was halfway gone while we were going on the road.
But now he's dead.
Living on a prayer.
He was dead, but the dude that did it is dead also. So
all charges have to be dropped.
A body for a body, I guess. I don't know, bro.
We can do here. Yeah.
Yeah,
So let's hear about your Taurus, man.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy,
About
bro.
the Taurus. You flipped a Taurus? That's what happened?
No, I didn't.
Okay, well, what happened?
Check this out. So now this was somebody that I was cool with, that I've kicked it with multiple times or whatever, but it was really one of my best friends, you know, like good homies that he kicked it with on the like regular type shit. You know what I mean? And he had this little hot ass little blonde, you know what I mean? Little blonde, little, you know what I mean? Little thing, wanna, you know what I mean? Show off everything when she's, you know, I mean, just wanna kind of show
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
You know what I mean? One of them type of chicks or whatever. Well, I didn't even. I had no idea the whole time that he's dating her. She's living smack dab in the middle of the hood, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I had no idea or whatever. And well, so I don't really know too much about them. All I've heard is they've gotten into it a few times, and that's whatever. You know what I mean? So one night, one night, he ends up getting, I guess, pissed off enough or jealous enough or whatever, and ends up going over there. And she comes outside and talks to him. Well, as she's going back up the stairs and going in her house, he starts fucking letting off.
What?
What a
And fucking
scumbag.
blows the whole fuck, and she had a whole big ass, like like them old apartments had them big fucking windows in them. You know what I mean? Like in the front, fucking
A
put
baby.
up, and so in his mind he thought that he was like, oh fuck, I killed her. Puts it to his fucking chin, bow. Blows it. It comes straight out this way, straight out his eye. You know what I mean? Well, he doesn't die. So now he's fucking like, what the fuck do I do? So he fucking gets in his car, bro, and starts taking off and goes down the road, flips the car over in a ditch, and in his mind, he gets out and he's thinking that he has the power to to lift this car, like to literally turn this car over. You know what I mean?
Like he's a superhero?
Yeah, literally. Like the car was turned over, and he thought that he had the power on. He thought he had the power to fucking lift the fucking car over and shit. Well, the girl ended up not filing what you call it, um because that was attempted murder at that point. So she didn't end up filing no charges or whatever. Like I think he might have got some kind of
Discharging in public.
some kind of shit like that. But and that's it. Like now like you could definitely tell this shit was fucked up like after it happened and shit, but now you can hardly tell it. Like that shit happened and it just goes on like it's just merry old fucking life or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just like, dude, bro,
Well, good thing he didn't hit that chick.
off your girlfriend, then off yourself, bro. Like, I don't know how you fucking, living with that, but I
The
don't know.
night speaking of a Taurus, the night that I totaled my Ford Taurus, I was already in the house for good that night.
Oh no, it was a Taurus 40 cal. I don't know. I
Oh,
forgot
a
what kind of
Taurus
car.
gun. I thought you were
I
talking
forgot
about
what
a
kind of
Taurus
car it
that
was.
flipped.
I'm
Never
sorry.
mind.
Yeah, I'll let that out. Yeah, It was a 40 cal Taurus. I don't know. I
No
forgot what
wonder he didn't
car it
die.
was.
Sorry, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But shit, I was home, man. I didn't need to leave the house or nothing. I was home chilling, and I got a phone call from a buddy of mine that didn't drive, and he's like, can you take my old lady to the store and then stop at McDonald's?" And I'm like, "Not really." And he's like, "Come on, man, blah, blah, blah." And after like 2 more phone calls, I was like, "All right, I'll do it." So I left out and I picked her up. We left her house. A couple minutes later, we get pulled over. Just a random pullover. And the cops are like, of course, the last thing they say is, "Hey, we ask everybody this now, but you mind if we search your car?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no, that's not going to happen, buddy." I'm like, "No, I got to get to the food store." I was like 2 blocks from a food store. I was like, "I got to go to the food store, man."
See,
And the chick was down with me.
you right.
Yeah.
Jealous,
He was like, "Nope,
jealous bullshit.
nope." So he was like, honestly, he was like, "Okay, guys, have a good night." Then he knew he had no reason
Same
other
thing
than
happened
us
to me,
agreeing.
bro.
And dude, I took her to the food store. She got a script of bars. Then I took her to 7-Eleven and McDonald's, and was chilling with them for a little bit. Now at this point, I definitely shouldn't be driving. So now I'm getting ready to take her back home for the second time, and I nod out and I start side swiping cars, bro. And I side swipe the final car, and it latches my car to the car that I hit. And I wanted to get unhooked to that car so bad that I took the shitty jack that you use to like get your car off the ground. And I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck it, I'll turn this bitch sideways and pry my car off their car. Like, I wanted my car free by any means necessary, bro. So I got the jack sideways. I'm barred out of my mind. And finally, I'm like, okay, I wonder whose car I hit. I can't get my car out of here. And then I thought, shit, I got pulled over 30 minutes ago. This and 4 blocks away. So I knew if cops showed up, it would be the same ones that just had me fucking at a red light pulled over. But for a while, I was like, man, there was a bar that was in front of where I was. I thought somebody was gonna come out from the bar and be like, "You hit my car, blah blah blah." But I stayed like I should. I called people I needed to, got rid of everything I needed to, and I didn't get. I was fine because I stuck around and took up claimed.
Yeah.
I owned up for what I did. I didn't get in it. I mean, I'm sure they all got brand new Hondas or whatever the fuck I hit. I sure as fuck didn't get nothing new. But they told me, they said if you would have ran or left, you'd be in a lot of trouble.
I'll
But
tell you what, man, that can go 50 one way or the other. Whether if you stay around and hang out, you might get away with it, and
yeah,
and be fine. Or if you stay there, or I mean, if you stay there, they might just be complete assholes. Completely. It just depends on who you're dealing with, and
yeah.
or they might be like, hey, man,
That's
you stuck
facts.
around. You know what I mean? It
Dude,
just
I
depends.
stayed and I had family there before anybody showed. We were knocking on people's doors. I had family knocking on people. We were looking for the people's car that I hit because I wanted to tell the people, like, bro, I just hit your shit. Like, we got to do something about it. Like, I wasn't trying to run away. I was trying to find the people's cars that got hit because at this point, my car was stuck. Wasn't going nowhere, bro. It wasn't the fucking act. There was the tires in the front weren't spinning when you hit the gas, so I wasn't going nowhere.
Yeah.
But that was the last time I drove that car. That was a good car for a while. I
Yeah,
didn't
man,
know
that's
that's the
crazy.
cars you meant, Bam.
Shit,
I thought
I've been in cars run straight into a building, into a back of a building, and flip me up into the rear view window, and I put 26 stitches in my fucking forehead. my forehead was just flapping down, and I've been in cars that rolled, and I've been in all kinds of accidents. But you know what? I started riding a motorcycle when I was 14 on the street, and I've never been in a fucking wreck. And I rode full time until I was in my late 50s.
I've never been in a
That was
wreck.
a
But
long
I've laid a
time, man,
bike
that I
down.
rode.
I've
And
definitely
never,
laid a bike down, like to be safe, to stop it from being worse. Like,
I never have. Now I've gotten in wrecks in the desert, you know, when I was a kid riding dirt bikes and stuff, but that's to be expected. But
well, yeah,
never laid a street bike down.
yeah, not a street bike, no. Dirt bikes I've laid down.
I've wrecked my Tahoe before, but I've been in other wrecks when other people were driving. But as far as me actually wrecking something, only been one time, and it was my fucking nice ass '98 Tahoe I had, bro. Fucking had some nice ass fucking little off road tires on it and shit. You know what I mean? Had a little lift on it and whatnot. And I'm talking about I should have been driving and it was storming like a motherfucker, bro, and I ran that bitch straight into a fucking telephone pole, bro. And I tried to fucking make it home. And I made it all the way to my driveway, and my fucking transmission wouldn't do it. So I got out. I said, "Fuck it." It's halfway in there. People are gonna be able to go around. And I mean, I stayed in the, I stayed where, shit like that wouldn't be,
Didn't stand
fun,
out.
fun. Yeah, it would just be like, well, fuck this dude got going on or whatever, and just keep it going. You know what I mean? So I'm halfway out in the street, halfway in the driveway. Car ain't moving nowhere. It's fucking 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not getting, any kind of help from it. Nobody at this time. So I go in there and I sleep my fucking ass off, dog. They said they tried to wake me up to tell me about my truck being out there or whatever. And my brother ended up calling a truck to literally pull it just up in the driveway. I was like, man, you didn't have a fucking like tow strap or something? Like, I mean, I was like, of course I'll pay for it, you know what I mean? But bro, you could have just fucking got behind the damn truck with me and pushed it. We got it up in the driveway. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do nothing with it last night, bro. But
The only time that
I
I've
wrecked
ever,
the fuck out of
yeah.
that thing, though.
Only time I've ever wrecked a car myself, I didn't get hurt. But every car wreck I've been in that somebody else was driving, it
Yep.
fucking wrecked me, bro.
Yeah.
That's why when somebody's driving, usually within the first 5 minutes, I can pick up on how good they can drive. You know what I mean? Generally,
When you were in my
general
truck,
wreck.
you were grabbing that oh shit handle.
Yeah. Otherwise,
The first 5 minutes.
otherwise, my eyes are constantly over on the speedometer and shit. You know what I mean?
Was he, Brandon?
Yeah, but he just said that's his MO. Like that's what he does when he's never been with that person.
Yeah.
Out of all the people that wrecked their cars, messed up or whatever, I wrecked my. Let's see.
What's that in Mike?
I used from 14 to 25 ish. So I didn't even drive when I was first starting to use. But when I had my license, I got in every accident because I was sick and I was in a hurry to get in town real quick. And I used to hit random shit because of that. I never was too high to be on the road. I always was at home chilling. I never had to worry about that. But I used to rush
Like-
around town and get in accidents like an asshole.
When I've never, thank God, I've never caused an accident. And in every accident I've been in, I've not been hurt.
You're lucky.
You're lucky.
Lucky.
And I mean, I've been in some savage ones.
I can honestly say the same thing.
I was in this guy's van,
lucky.
the '68 Ford van, and it was all tricked out. This was in the mid '80s, and we're sitting at a light. Some guy plowed into the back of us, and my left knee went right into the doghouse for the motor and shoved that femur bone up into my hip. And I jumped out of the truck and walked a little ways down and sat down in some grass. And my friend, he was a fucking hothead, and the cops came right quick, you know. But he's like flipping out, going, "Look, my friend's fucking legs fucked up, and you're the fucking asshole that ran into it, blah, 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 blah," you know. And the cop comes over to me, he goes, "Why'd you get out of the car?" And I'm like, "Why'd you think, man? I was going to beat that guy's ass," and I walked over here.
Right.
The guy that hit us, you know.
Yeah.
And just like you said, you had adrenaline that kept you going until
you guys, if some of the people in this panel have seen, well, Weevy's gone, but the last car accident I was in,
I'm not
everybody's
gone,
seen
bro.
the.
I'm here.
Oh, well then Brandon's gone. I'm sorry, but you've seen the pictures of the Dodge Avenger, man, the red Dodge Avenger. That thing's. That shit hurt, man.
Charger wannabe, bro.
It wasn't my car. I was just the passenger, man. But that shit
Oh,
hurt.
I thought you was talking about. I thought you was bringing up cars.
Nah. It was.
You're random thinking, Bama.
Do what?
Earlier, I was thinking.
You're randomly thinking, Bama.
One time I was in a
at
fight
this point
with a bunch of different people, and you know when you're fighting and it's you and a couple people, and it's like versus another few people, you basically you're hitting one person, then trying to get to the next person, and trying to keep your back against the wall. And bro, my hand somehow got caught in dude's shirt, and when I pulled my hand back and I looked at the palm of my hand, if you look at the palm of your hand, my ring finger was pointing completely right on a right angle towards my pointer finger. Like it was out of socket and sideways completely. And I had so much adrenaline. That's what I was thinking about, adrenaline, when we were talking about that. I literally grabbed it and just popped it back because I was in the middle of like a big brawl. I had to. So I just popped my finger back in and just kept doing what I had to. But that shit makes me cringe to think about my finger on a right angle. That's some freaky shit.
What a fucking badass fucking
Yeah.
popping shit back in a
I got
brawl.
we didn't win.
We
didn't win.
I was in a fucking brawl.
It wasn't even like
that. Pop my shit back, you know.
No, the point of the story was you're missing the point of the story, bro. The point that's not even the point. You fucked up motherfucker. That's not the point. The point is that my finger was on an opposite angle, bro. It was not pointing outwards. It was pointing sideways.
90-degree angle.
Huh? Yeah, dude.
I mean 45. My bad.
Yeah, I had to just push it back. And I've had problems with that knuckle and those fingers, but not permanent, not that bad.
No, that's a 90-degree angle, my bad. Never mind. I'm sitting there doing math in my fucking head.
Well, is your finger okay now?
I can bend it, make a fist and shit. It's okay, I guess. But the knuckle bigger.
So we can laugh about it now.
Yeah, you can laugh about it. I don't care. As long as I'm alive, you can laugh. Even if not, I mean, laugh if it's funny.
Bro, I don't know why I cannot make myself fucking go to sleep, bro.
You'll go to sleep and you'll
I'm
end
the
up
same way,
You ever
bro.
get so tired
24
that you
hours.
just can't go to fucking sleep? You
Yeah.
just like, you kind of like,
Yeah.
even if you try to sleep, you're kind of awake.
It's like you'll drift off, but you'll wake up like 30 minutes later and be
Yeah,
like,
man,
oh,
like,
shit.
you know,
Like you'll take these little bitty cat naps type shit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It won't really like get full sleep for real.
Well,
You
you
know,
know, like I
Try
said,
listening to.
man, I didn't get to meet up with Rick
I've
and them
done
for
that
the night so
before.
late, and we sit there, man, and like you said, when you finally get to meet somebody in person, you're gonna fucking chill and talk to them forever. You know what I mean?
Hell
Uh,
yeah.
For sure.
fuck,
Yeah.
we just, and then we didn't really sleep the next day either. We slept for a couple hours and got back up, you know, and done our thing and fucking got up. Last night he was fucking. He would wake up I'd see him over there, man. He was awake, and then I'd be asleep, and then he said he'd look over and I'd be asleep and he'd be awake. So nobody, I don't think anybody really got much sleep. You know what I mean? We were too. Man, I wanted to do a lot of shit, but we didn't have enough time. All the
Yeah.
stuff I had planned out in my head, we really didn't have. It would have
You
took us
could
a
do
week
what
to
you
get it
could
done.
do. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? You could do what
yeah,
you would do with the time that you had. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Maybe listening to some ambient noises on YouTube or
I
something.
do, man, sometimes, but that drives me crazy after a while. Uh,
Yeah.
I I'd rather listen to a podcast or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike, it was a
That's
great time,
facts.
bro.
Yeah, that's cool you guys all met, man. That's awesome.
So what? How far did you say? How far did you say it would be to Weeby from Baltimore?
Oh, to Weavy, we could leave it in it's like 6 hours to
Damn.
Weavy.
Yeah, that ain't bad at all.
I just look at it like I've always looked at it like going to the beach, like because that's exactly how long it takes me to get to the beach, like about 5.5, 6 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
So
not that bad, bro. If I still had my own
yeah,
car
I mean
or truck.
it's definitely doable. I mean, yeah, I definitely wouldn't make it a fucking like 1 day trip or something.
Oh
You know?
no,
no,
hell
no,
no.
you really, if you're gonna come and visit somebody, you need a good solid week, bro.
Well, no, I'm talking about coming up to Baltimore. You know,
Anyway,
well, I'm gonna go to Nashville and see if they'll fuck with me on them tickets or not, and see if they'll switch them. If not, I'm gonna end up just cussing them out and probably getting kicked up at the airport or something. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
There's some
shit happens.
you
But
should look into some information about that because I always see these lawyers that do these fucking reels all the
I mean,
time.
it's like, bro, you're fucking not giving me money back on a plane that wasn't filled up like halfway to begin with. You know what I mean? Like,
That's weird.
I mean, hell, just don't even give me a refund. Just switch them to another fucking destination. You know
And
what I
it's
mean?
not like there's that big of a difference. You're still flying into like those two major airports are pretty close to each other. It's not like they're
I don't see why it would be a big deal, but I can't get nobody on the fucking phone. You know what I'm saying? So I literally have to go talk to these bitches in person.
What the
Yeah.
hell, man?
I already fucking went up to Huntsville Airport, fucking act full in there.
you want to hear something stupid, man? To order a
What?
pizza, to order a pizza from the Pizza Hut that's 2 miles down the road from me, right? I have to call India.
What?
I
Yeah.
call the
Yeah, I know how
number.
that goes.
I call the local number and it takes me to some Arab. And I asked him, I'm like, are you an Arab that works down here at the Pizza Hut in Sofia? Or do you or are you somewhere else? No, I
They're
am from
running their
a no,
phones.
sir. I am from a remote location. How may I help you? I'm like, well, I want to talk to fucking Mike that works there, bro. I know him, right? I'm like, put me through to him. I know
Yeah,
you can,
yeah. It's
right?
like I've been down there multiple times. Like, let me talk to a homie that I know that works there.
Knows what I
You
like.
know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
this is an international call center, sir.
I want to talk to him.
There is no mic here.
Yeah.
Uh, and I'm like, no, I want the number that I fucking dialed, right? My
That's
local number. I didn't dial
crazy.
20 numbers, bro. I dialed fucking 9. Give me fucking.
So
Look,
what
I
are
want.
they fucking that busy where they have to have a damn
It's just some
uh,
kind of shit they've
call
implemented
service
that
or
they
some
think's
shit?
gonna make shit's better, and it don't. And then they can't they don't understand. They don't
Well, they're obviously
understand when
having
you're
to
what you're
pay
fucking
for it,
asking
right?
for. You know, 'cause I got a homeboy that works down there, right? And I like to talk to him because he hooks my shit up, right? And
Right.
yeah, I'm like, nah, fucking Habib, let me talk to goddamn. Let me talk. I want to talk to Mike. Put me through to Mike at Sophia, West Virginia, bro.
Who is this Mike you speak of?
Yeah, yeah, that's basically. Oh, there's no mic here, sir. Please, how may I place your order?
You
Uh,
know they're getting over on people because all they're doing is they're placing an internet order. They're taking your call,
yeah, they're
they're
just doing
clicking
internet
an
order
internet
with
order. And
It's
if
Uh,
you
almost
make an
like
internet order yourself, I don't know if you guys have done it, but it's
no,
cheap as
I
shit,
do,
bro.
and
It's
you get
cheap.
you get not rewards reward points.
Leroy's.
Leroy?
Yeah,
You get
you get
Leroy's.
you get Leroy points, but no, you for real. I get it's a lot better than it's just a lot better, but I still like to speak to Mike, man. You know what I mean? Fucking yo, I want to talk to Mike, bro. He hooks my shit up, and I fucking tip him nice, and we're good. And then I don't have to talk to fucking
I'll
Kareem
be,
Abdul-Jabbar or whoever the fuck it is.
bro. The
Haji.
closest Domino's to my
Yeah,
house, bro.
fucking
I
she
call them
was.
on the phone, and they won't even deliver here. I'm like, but you're on the corner.
You
We
about
don't deliver to you. I'm like, but you're only 3 blocks away. What's so bad's gonna happen? No, not your street. I'm like, what? It's so
oh, you've
crazy.
had that problem?
Do I
Dude,
have?
you need to get,
Yeah, I have that problem with stores that are less than a mile from me.
Oh, dude,
you
yeah.
need to move, Holmes.
I'll have, dude. It was for years, bro. It was there would be nobody that would deliver to there would be nobody that would deliver to my address because of the area that I stayed in.
Yep.
After it was anytime after like 6 or 7 p.m., something like that. You know what I mean? Like anytime after dark, they're not coming over there.
That's ridiculous, bro. And I
No,
know
it
I
ain't,
have
because
friends.
fucking half the time their delivery drivers get jacked.
Yeah, but see,
And it happens.
one person gets jacked and they shut down a whole area because
Yeah,
where
that they
I'm
could
at
be making money off
specifically,
of.
it's
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
not
yeah,
that bad of a spot. You could come
it
to my
definitely
street.
fucks it up for everybody else. You know what I mean? But
Doug, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm
let's not
sorry.
let's not
I feel
let's
you,
not
Doug,
Jeff.
let's not
I
play
know.
like I was the
Doug, you're
best
living,
ever.
you're living in denial, bro. That's
I
a
know.
bad place where you're living. Move the fuck
I
out of there.
I know, but I'm just saying for a pizza driver, because I know a lot of people that drive that shit. It's not the most worst place. There's a lot more places that I wouldn't want to
My
deliver.
aunt used to live
Yeah, and
in
they don't
Maryland,
deliver to
man.
them either.
You're right. Fuck it. Whatever. That's why I go pick my shit up.
CB, CB, you're talking about Tylenol threes, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. And their promethazine is over the counter as well.
You can get Tylenol threes over the counter there.
Yep, and promethazine over the counter.
Promethazine. I don't know. Man, that shit. I bet you I've got fucking 3 or 4
That's
bottles of that shit.
that's fucking homemade syrup right there.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, I
but
was just saying, you guys
I
were
want the
talking about
codeine was. Oh
Canada.
yeah, you can. Yeah, well, okay, but you
Yeah,
right there. You got some
if
lean.
you could get if you could get the cutting out of it without the Tylenol.
Fuck it, just eat the fucking Tylenol threes and drink the fucking promethazine behind it. You good?
No, it's
Canada gives you a card when you're born for free health care forever, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, but you know what the taxes are like in Canada?
No, I don't.
They're pretty high, but it, you get free medical. But the thing is that most of those people that I've talked to, they say that the waiting is so long to get anything done.
I definitely don't advise any drug use, by the way.
Oh, we were just talking about things that were legal in other countries, man.
And up in Canada, they used to have these 222s, and they were like, I think they were aspirin and Tylenol, and they were over the counter. I brought jars of them back home with because they were the best for fucking hangovers.
Nowadays, the celebrities got people on standby with an IV if they get a hangover. They're
Yeah.
like, hold on, let me
Shit.
sit here and get an IV for a half hour.
They got hangover service in these hotels down here, man.
For real?
Yeah, fucking guy got like I don't know what level of degree whoever it is that orders it, and then there's got to be at least at minimum a RN to hook up the IV bag, but
Yeah.
they also give shots too, like B12 and a drug called tramadol,
Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah.
and where is it, Toradol? I can't remember which one it is.
Tramadol.
There's like
Toradol. It makes you feel fucking better, you know. It makes you feel good.
It helps a lot. It's not a narcotic, but it helps.
Yeah, it's just you can't do it, you know, like 3 times and you won't feel anything from it. But you do it once, and you're on a hangover, and you're getting an IV, and you're getting vitamins, but it's crazy, man. I bet it costs $1,000, but these stupid motherfuckers they'll pay it, man.
I think it does cost that, if not more.
They probably get it comped, Jeff. You know, the
Some
big
of them
No.
probably do if they spend enough
No.
money.
I doubt that,
You don't
but
think a heavy roller might get a comp for a fucking hangover detox? Like to get him on the kick of liking it?
well,
I guess is
maybe
that.
if he called down and asked the guy who tends to all the guest needs, you know, member
I got you.
services, and then they would maybe order it for him, and if I don't know, I guess they'd have to check his points or something to see what kind of a fucking player he was or something like that.
Yeah, I'm
I
not.
don't, who knows? Maybe it says in their computer systems when they're check into a room, it says so and so whale or something like that. Like the whale's the title for somebody who gambles heavy. But I mean, no, these motherfuckers, they call them up and they come and fucking hook them up. These stupid motherfuckers. I
These
watched
celebrities get that shit done 2 or 3 times a week. Like Joe Rogan has it done all the time.
I couldn't, bro. No matter how bad I wanted that fucking detox help, I wouldn't want to go through the hassle of them having to get
Fuck it,
that
bro. I'm
damn.
gonna go by the hair of the dog and well, first start off with some BCs or some fucking uh, some kind of powders, headache powders. That's where I start off with the hangover at, and then I might take a shot of liquor just to fucking, that'll usually help. And not get drunk again, but at least just take a shot of liquor or something. Yeah, depending on what kind of hangover I got. There's many different
Man,
hangovers.
That's what I was gonna
you
say,
know,
Steve, because I don't even drink. So I've had
Yeah,
hangovers that aren't drinking hangovers.
when
yeah,
I got to the point to where when I quit drinking, my hangovers lasted for 3 days.
Yeah, that's
I couldn't
wild.
imagine. Right now, I couldn't imagine getting balls to the wall drunk. There's no way I could imagine. I would never. That hangover feeling, bro. I would just as soon be dope sick.
Yeah.
How much would it take you if when I come and see you in West Virginia? How much money would it take you to get you balls to the wall drunk, bro?
Very little. Very little. I'd probably be the cheapest drunk you ever had.
We shall talk.
Now we could, if we went to different levels, you'd have to go rob a bank. But no, as far as drinking goes, yeah, but it'd be very cheap, my friend.
My friend. Other
My,
levels, not so cheap.
my friend.
I'm trying to get out of talking that shit because it started to slip out of my language all the time now.
Yeah, I know, bro. People look at you funny, like, what'd you just
I
say?
swear to God, I was talking to Amber today, and this shit slipped out of me today.
I walked in the fucking
I
store,
was
did on purpose the other
saying
day,
something
man.
stupid to her, and fucking, I said, or I was trying to do some other accent or
Yeah.
something, and I started talking with a fucking Russian accent up out of nowhere. I was like,
Yeah.
God damn, I've been doing that shit too much. I need to chill out.
Yeah, man. I went to the store the other day, and this chick was working. She's a younger chick, probably about 23, 24. I'm like, you sell Russian cigarettes, yes? And she said,
Why'd you not
said,
video this shit, bro?
she said, excuse me?
This
I
is
don't
more.
know, bro. I don't do shit like that, bro. Even me and Brandon went in the store Saturday
Well,
morning, bro.
you're right. I mean,
And we walked through.
fuck off everywhere I go, and I don't video it.
I do it. Yeah, I do it all the time. It's probably be great content too. This dude was bringing me up. He went, "Ooh." Wait, hold on. Let me turn my camera on. Hold on a second. I gotta fucking. Oh. Anyway, this cat, This cat, he looked at me and he went, and he said, "Is that all for you?" And I went, "Yeah." And then he stared at me for a second. And he went, "Man, I'm tired." I'm like, "Can I see that, bro?" Brandon was standing right beside of me. But I gotta do shit like that all the time that I should record, and I don't know why. Because I do it all the time. It's
Hey,
not.
either you guys seen the
same
woman?
thing. I was just up at the store today. You know what I mean? Just all the interactions that I got into, just being there. You know what I mean? Like, you know
Bro,
what I
I
mean?
don't go nowhere that I don't see somebody I know, right?
But I don't be thinking about shit like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but when I kept talking like that, and I finally told a girl, I said, "Give me Marlboro Red." They said, "Very good American cigarette." She said, "Okay, sir." And she said, "Do you have an ID?" I said, "I'm 53 years old."
Like you're hard of hearing.
Yes, I'm 53. What is this ID you speak of? And she said, license, picture, driver. I'm like, I have no picture of my children or wife. What are you speaking of? And I said, are you questioning me? And she was like,
Is it?
she was like, no, I need to
Is
see an identification. I said,
this
you
the
do not
story
see
you go
gray
through
beard,
all the time?
huh?
You mean my
No, this is a new
paperwork?
chick. I
All
go to
the
the
time?
store all the time, but it was a new chick working,
Bro, you got a
right?
beard like
Yeah,
ZZ
but
Top, bro.
yeah, right. Well, she's brand new, so she has to, she's following the rules right now, so she gets tired of it. But I said, you did not see beard, and she was like, yes, and
You do not see Russian beard.
yeah, you did not see beard, you silly American. And then she said, she told me how much it was, and I said, what that equal in Russian ruble? And I said, I only carry ruble. What is that? Right. And I had a handful of change in there to it. And well, I fucked with her for a minute. I'm like, I'm fucking with you, girl. I was like, damn, you really? She said, I thought you were a Russian dude. She's like, I didn't know what he was. And I was like,
I didn't know
uh,
what you was.
yeah,
You
yeah.
thought you were hard of hearing.
I
She thought, I
hate the
think she thought a
fucking
little bit of
redneck,
everything. I
bro.
didn't know if she knew I was fucking with her or what, because I kept a straight face. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Give
funny,
me the
man.
American cigarettes, please.
Man.
The Marlboro Red, you say very good. That's the saying, cowboy like.
But
You
a
know,
Russian,
I'll tell you, man. I've been out of the country, and one of the first things you fucking realize is that American cigarettes are really good cigarettes, and those in other countries, their blended tobacco fucking sucks, man.
Dude, I'll
for
tell
real.
you what, I've had one good cigarette from, I used to have this Vietnamese guy that I paid the, okay, when I worked at the Chevrolet dealership, before I moved into the dealership, when I was out in the detail bay and I was managing the detail department, right? Uh, I had to take care of every car on the lot had to be at least rinsed down with the pressure washer and chamoised off once a week. Every car, which is like
Right.
5,000 cars, right? Dude charges $1 per car. Okay. So he has this little Toyota truck. He's only got like two or three fingers on each hand. But his name was Cal Quang. I'll never forget this dude, right? But if you called him Chinese, bro, he'd almost start fucking doing black flips and kicking. He went crazy if you claimed. That's what I called him at first. He went off on him, but I figured out he's Vietnamese. But anyway, he had this dude that he drove around the little Toyota truck with a water tank and a pressure washer in the back. He pressure washed him. He had this dude to come behind him and just chamois him down real quick. Just a quick job. Maybe a minute and a half per car, nothing, right? He was doing 5,000 cars in a day on a lot. So you would think that CB I do, but you would think that in your mind, you're not really the way they look. They just look so poor, like they're just sending it all back to home or some shit like that, right? Because he wore a fucking boonie hat and he dressed. He just looked like a little Vietnamese man, flip flops and shit. But he come up
He
to me
was
one day and
loaded.
talked to me so he could give me the bill, right? And he gave me the bill and shit, and then I pulled out a pack of cigarettes, and I was getting ready to smoke a cigarette, and he was like, "No, no, 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 no," and he takes out he had a pack of cigarettes, and I wish I could remember what they were, but they were in a blue and white pack, right? And they were Vietnamese, right? But it's the only cigarette that I've ever smoked from some other country that tasted better than a Marlboro Red, bro.
Hmm.
It was a good cigarette, and yeah, but this dude had been in a Vietnamese prison camp, bro. He told me that he basically was in a 4 foot hole. He said some of them max 5 foot, right? Square hole, and it had a bamboo fucking cage on the top of it, and that's how he lost his fingers. Is at that prison.
Yeah, and normally them Asian type looking people, when they're missing a finger, you better keep an eye on them because
Yeah, I know what they
they're,
do with it.
they're
Well,
all into that, like a lot of that gang shit of theirs is cutting a finger off and stuff, or getting
Well,
a
this
finger
was
cut off.
hell, he had to be in his 50s or so by then, but he had a good hustle, but he said that the guards out where they had what they would do if they would catch you with your fingers like holding the bamboo shoots that covered the.
Yeah,
He said they would take the bat and swing on them, right? And
right.
basically, he said they basically crushed them to where he said when he got to the U.S. he had to have them basically amputated. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
To
yeah.
do anything, but he he was cool as hell. I loved sitting there talking to this dude, right? I mean, it wasn't the best of communication, but we knew enough to fucking get by. And but one day he comes rolling up, man, and this was in 2000, we'll say 4 or 5 maybe, and he had whatever year model. It was a brand new fucking BMW, bro. It was sweet. It was a I'm trying to think of what model it was. Damn it. But anyway, he I was like, damn, you rolling like that? And yo, he had on some fly ass clothes. This was on one of his days off work. He just drove by there to stop and look and see what all he had to do for that next day. And I was like, yo, Cal Quinn fucking getting it down, man. I bet you that
You know
motherfucker
his
had a
name.
stack of money, like, huh?
I said you know his name so well. It's funny to hear you
Yeah.
say it.
I don't know how you would. It was QUAO. Q UIENG, like or something like that. Cause I'm
Kyle
right there at
King.
it. Cal Quinn.
Here, make it easy. Hop say.
Yeah, I've seen that would work too. Or one hung low.
Dude,
That's what I call. That's what I
I've only
call.
known one Vietnamese person that I was friends with, and I met him in 8th grade because he got kicked out of his other schools that he was in. And by the time we were seniors in high school, man, he would never tell nobody what he did for work or nothing. But one day he just had this lump, like a loaf of money in his pocket, all nothing lower than a 20, 50s, hundreds, and 20s. And I was like, bro, what are you doing? Where do you work? You never talk about it or nothing. He was like, you promise you're not gonna make fun of me or nothing? And I was like, depends what it is on what I'm gonna make fun of you about. But I was messing with him anyway. He's like, my mom owns 7 nail salons and she lets me work and doesn't charge me rent or nothing. He's like, so I'll just go in there and knock out doing nails for however many hours and
Fucking
pocket
A.
bread. And I'm like, I'm not knocking you, man. If that's what your family's hustle is, that's what it is. What do I give
Dude,
a
Shit, I
shit?
ain't
I
knocking nobody's hustle, bro. Unless
let
they're
me.
sucking a dick.
I had a homie in high school that
I
did
ain't knocking
nails
that.
That's
because
what I mean,
family
dude. His family
his
owned
family was
his
he
family
he
owned these
he did
places,
the nails.
but
He
most of
was
them have
fucking
to pay. They have to pay a rent to
Well, sure.
have that spot to work
Right.
the salon.
Yeah.
But
You
since he
know,
owned the
I
salon,
had an idea in the '90s. I wanted to fucking open up a shop called Nails by Males
Yeah.
and have guys go to nail school. You know all them trophy wife bitches. If you park that salon in the right place, that's all they're gonna come in there and get fucking their nails done by beefcakes. You know.
Yeah, check this out, bro. I swear I'm no beefcake, but check this out, right? So all my ladies, I always treat them nice. I usually, if they're my real actual lady, not some hoe I had over for 2 or 3 days, but uh, I'll sit and do their feet for them, do them up, and I do them up nice. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. You gotta treat a woman good, bro. You know what I mean? They gotta treat you good too. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, a woman loves nothing for you better than for you to help them take care of their feet, whatever they need to do like that, right? And they didn't have no grubby ass feet or nothing. So I'd hook up their nails and shit, and I got pretty good at it, right? And I said, and I remember one Amanda, my girlfriend that died. I remember I used to have to pay for her to go in there get these nails done for 50 or 60 bucks. Then like 2 weeks later, pay to have them filled in and shit. And I'm like, all they're doing is nails, and I could do this shit like easily, right? Okay. So I thought about fucking going and getting my license to do that shit and fucking do nails, bro. I'm not lying. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's cash over cash, bro.
Yeah, I think this kid got into it. What'd you say,
What is
Jeff?
it?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so that would have been a good name, man. Nails by
This kid
nails.
must have got into it through like the family business, and then once his
Yeah.
family, they didn't want him in trouble. He was getting in a lot of trouble when he was young. So I guess they told him like, "Hey, you can work. We're not gonna charge you rent for your spot." And bro, that's a gold mine, not having to
Check.
pay rent for your spot.
Yeah, so when I lived in North Carolina, my homeboy Wayne Tran, right? Now he was Japanese. I'm absolutely certain he was Japanese, right?
But you
His
know a lot of
family.
Asian people.
Yeah, I get me and the Asians. I get when I'm out. There's not many around here, but like out of state, I get down with the Asians, brother. I've always rolled hard with them, right? But look, this dude was okay. I met him when I was 19. When I first.
I gotta put something over my eyes, bro.
Go ahead. When I met him when I was 19 at first, right? And I met him because he rolled up in this brand new fucking Lexus, a little LS 300, right? The small Lexus, like it would be the Camry.
Yeah.
Well, it would normally be a Camry, but it's a Lexus.
Little trunk difference. Yeah, I know what you
No,
mean.
not a Camry, but a Corolla. But it was still a dope ass car, right? Half of it was black, half of it was yellow, but it had this crooked, like straight down the middle, right? But it had this crooked, crazy paint job, right? Where it was just crooked, like it had been broken half. And then both sides had a different set of rims on it, right? And so I dug his car, man, and he come in, he started talking about my truck, right? My Dakota that I had. And so I figure out, this dude owns the fucking my favorite Chinese spot, right? And I'm like,
shit.
damn, he's only 19 to 20, he's 20 at the most. He was maybe a year older than me, right? But what had happened was, his parents had moved over here. He was born American, but his parents moved here about 2 or 3 years before he was born, right? Opened up one restaurant, and then they spread out from Charlotte all the way to Statesville where I lived at, right? And they had like 5. Well, they had like four or 5 kids. So when the kids were they were raised up in these restaurants, so they could run them blindfolded, right? Or flossed, either which one you want to try. But anyway, he was a cool ass guy, bro. But look, he had these tables he was in the same car club I was in, Pebble Pushers, right? That was the name of the car club, truck club, any trucking club. But he was in there, and I gotta go sit in the very back behind curtains where nobody else was. I just walk straight through the door, pass up the cash register, all that shit. I just go eat and I leave. That's all. Yeah, anytime I wanted to, bro. He was a cool ass dude, man.
That's
All
awesome.
the Asians in there was cool, bro. But it was like the same thing you said. His family his family basically built up the businesses so their kids could have a business. You know what I mean?
Well,
I haven't seen him in years.
you know how a lot of those people immigrated to the United States. A lot of people didn't know this, but for decades it was a $500,000 rule, and if they could come to the States and buy a business and have $500,000 business, they can naturalize in. And so pretty soon, like, you see these, like, there's, like, for example, 7-Elevens. There's the franchise ones where independent people can own them, and then there's the ones that belong to Southland Corporation themselves,
Yeah.
right? And the ones that are independently owned, they go after those, and then they have their whole family. Like you go in there every shift, and there's a fucking Haji behind the cash register,
Yeah.
and that's how they do it. And then they save all their money together as a family, and they buy another one, and pretty soon they buy up. They got fucking 10 of them, you know.
No matter how much a lot of people hate that they get to do that, like that 10-year tax-free shit. That's what it was along what I remember, right? Their first 10 years were tax-free when they owned a business back
Sheesh.
then, right? Okay. I don't know if that's changed or not, but that's what they do, man. And they would mount an empire like that, bro. They would come here dirt fucking poor somehow
No,
or
they
other,
come here with money.
or
They
they would
had
have
to be.
money, but somebody
They
would
had to
funnel money
have.
to come.
They had to have, like maybe back like in the 70s, it was 200,000, and it just kind of went up from there.
What I'm
But
saying
like,
is they come and they made a way either which way.
Well, they
They
spent
right,
had it.
most of it to get the business going.
they had enough money to buy a business, and they were able to maintain it, and that's how they naturalized in.
Yeah, and I mean, and I don't hate them for it though, because I would do the same thing. Fuck, if I was
Fuck
happening
yeah.
over in another country, I'd do it. You know.
You know that back home, the whole family's been working for generations to do it.
I can't
Yeah.
remember what person this is on the internet, but it's one of the people that's like became popular in the past 6 months or so. I can't think if it was and I don't remember who it was, but somebody said they used to work next to a pizza shop, and one of the guys that worked at the pizza shop would show up in a Ferrari. And one day he asked them, like, how do you drive a Ferrari but you work at the pizza shop? And he was like, because we're not like you guys. We don't. He was an Indian guy, I think, and the guy he was talking to was American. He was like, we stick together, buy one house, and
Get
put our
off,
whole
Scout.
family in it. And he's like, you guys all start your own families and do your own thing and your own businesses. He's like, here we just start our own, like, they have one huge house with all the guys that work and all the women that stay home. Like, Indian, that's a whole different culture, man.
Yeah, man.
Sticking
Look,
with your family rather than how we are, like, we'll spread completely apart from our family. They stay tight.
Wanda, I'm sorry, I gotta address this, bro.
Go ahead.
Wanda, I see your comment. This is one of the least less talked over panels I've ever seen in my life, man. Most of the time, people are always going over top of each other. I ain't seen it happen too bad. Not
Oh,
that,
I wasn't. Yeah, I
yeah, I
can't
don't think.
see a comment, but
Look,
yeah.
I think Jack Billy's nodding.
Nah,
Nah,
nah.
he's chilling.
He's
He's
in
just doing his thing.
superstar.
There
No,
he moving his head again.
like, like, Joey Diaz was said, I'm stoned to the motherfucking gills. I cannot keep my eyelids open, so I was like, I'm putting these motherfucking shades on, bro. Y'all need to see my eyes right now, bro.
Do it, bro. I
I'm
need some
still
my
here.
damn self.
I'm still here though. I just ain't got no eyes.
I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm talking to you guys. I have to be honest with you. I have no idea.
I don't know.
I was planning on going to bed 2 hours ago.
That's way overtired, man.
Yeah,
You
I
need,
know.
you need to lay down and turn on some talk radio or something and just forget about shit.
But Jeff, check this out, man. I won't go to sleep till I know. When I know in my brain, oh yeah, if you go over and lay down right now, you're gonna go to sleep, right? Yeah, I don't know that, right? I don't know then, but till then, it just won't. It ain't gonna happen.
Turn on an old CD, man.
That's
Listen to a
that's
CD and go
same
to
way
bed.
I am.
Bro, I
You
am
taking
not
your
definitely.
slubs? You taking your subs late in the day?
No, actually, today, actually this morning I took it early, right? But or I usually don't take them till late in the day. Uh, Usually that's what keeps me rambling at nighttime, right? Because you're supposed to take them as soon as you get up or your first
Yeah.
dose or whatever,
I
right?
Yeah,
think
because
it's
they
But
fuck with your sleep.
I took about 3 milligrams just a little while ago. Uh,
Yeah, no
because it
wonder
had
you
been
can't
such a
sleep.
long pace in between. And being, I ain't gonna shit you, bro. Just something about being out the and the sun was beating down when we was out the Whitakers, bro. It was hot, bro. They said that it's like come up on the porch, man. We was like, fuck yeah. Well, I don't give a fuck. I go up there and hang with you on the porch, bro. You know how many people would kill to go down there and meet those people?
yeah. How far
It's
away
not.
is it from you? Like technically, I know you
If you
said
jump,
it.
like I said, if you jump on the
After
interstate,
it's
it's
gotten all famous and shit on YouTube now and shit, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
yeah. If you jump on if you jump on the interstate, which is the interstate's about 2 miles from me, you got about a 15-minute drive.
Okay, I
But
got
if
you.
you go around the back way, like where I used to live at and shit, it's about a 20-minute drive.
Bro, you know it would be funny to have on your panel one day?
Who's that,
Durkee.
Ray? Oh,
Durkee.
Yeah,
Turkey?
Ray.
I'm telling you, Durkee would do it too, bro.
Oh yeah, I guarantee you would.
I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
Ray'd be cool. Hey, look, but if I would have had signal down there while I was down there today, I would have asked him if I could go live with them on the internet, right?
Yeah, I
And,
bet you there's no signal.
and
Shit.
they probably wouldn't even fucking know what I was I really asking. Probably just thought I was taking pictures or some shit. But
D-
you know
does
what?
Ray does Ray ever talk, or does he only
No,
bark?
no, there's no talking whatsoever.
It's just bark.
It's just grunts and barks.
And so, when you talk to him, does he seem to understand?
Oh, he knows exactly what you're saying. He wants you to fucking. He tries to get you to understand what he's saying.
Right.
What he's. I've noticed that the amount of times he barks, it seems like it's corresponding with yes and no's. And if he really wants to show you something, bro, he'll make sure he gets your attention. You better follow him. He'll almost
Yeah,
grab you by the arm and drag you.
he wants you to fucking come with him.
Bro, he took me up up the side of the hill to see the chicken coop, right? Went
The
right there and
chicken
pulled out
coop.
an egg. He thought that was the fucking greatest thing in the world, showing me uh that chicken coop. But hey, man, it made his day, bro. I got him. We got him. We got him a few natty lights, bro, and he was enjoying the fuck out of that beer on that. It was hot. That sun was beating down, boy, and he had that nice cold beer in his hand. He was loving it.
Do do they all drink?
No, they're not. They don't drink like that at all, right? It's a rarity. It's just that I don't think they drink because really they can't get out much, right? And a lot of people don't want to bring them a bunch of alcohol or nothing. So if they drink, it's very little, and it's just it was a couple 24-ounce cans. You know what I mean? I figure
Yeah,
Ray caught him a little buzz by the time fucking, but
Yo, what?
he loved that Hatter Ricks, man.
Yeah, no.
I'm telling you, man. I know that fucking Bama is in that wood pile. He is related to those people.
He might be, man.
There is
Hey,
no doubt in my mind.
look, there ain't no shame. You know what, man? I stopped and talked to one of my buddies when we was coming back up the mountain. We seen him weed eating, and he didn't see me. But Rick, we had out of state tags on the car, right?
Yeah,
So I hollered out the window before he could see me. I was like, "Hey, man!" I said his name right. I said, "Hey, I'm looking to whoop Walt's ass, man. Where's he at?" He said, and he talks with a squeaky voice, and he's like, "I'm right here, motherfucker." And he didn't know who it was. He said he was getting my cousin Kenny. He had taken a weeder to a dude's face one time, And he said, I was getting ready to pull one of your cousin's tricks on you. And, but we stopped and talked to him, and fuck, I forgot what I was going with this, but oh yeah, he goes down there and fucks. He said sometimes him and his brother goes down there and sets and drinks with him a little bit, but now they don't drink like that. You know what I mean? They're just, I guess you would say, casual. They're definitely
Yeah,
they
yeah.
don't the Bammakers.
And who brings them groceries and stuff?
They just got a couple people, like the church will help them. Ray took me in the house today to show me the food that the church had dropped off to them, which they shouldn't have to do that. They should have so much. But anyway, I ain't gonna go. I don't want to get very far into that because I'm gonna spoil something. But anyway, they they he said he was showing me the food, and they didn't have shit. They just had, like the kind of shit the church give you usually, kind of some whatever. But
Food pantry
look,
crap.
man, I ain't gonna say how much was spent or whatever, but we went and got groceries for them.
Yeah,
I won't say. I don't want to say nothing else about that. That's all I'll say. Nothing more.
Yeah. You did the right thing, man. They opened their home up to you, even if you wouldn't have bought them a damn thing.
Yeah. No, they didn't want that. No, when Ray snagged up Rick's Dr. Pepper and drank that motherfucker, bro, I was figuring he was wanting something to drink. So
guys, watch any minute now, cause Bam's rubbing on his fucking banky, and any minute now his thumb's gonna go in his mouth.
I already got a little binky, don't I?
He woke up when that phone rang, boy.
Oh yeah, that's about like you. You remember that night,
Yeah.
Mama.
I'm the one that just called him and got him.
Mama. Mama.
Hey, Keeks, how you doing? I see you.
It'd be funny.
Hey, but yeah, like I said, Ray was very excited to see us.
Dude,
It'd be fun for the three of us to go down there.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah,
hang out in
but
person.
they don't, they don't get a lot of they don't get a lot of visitors, right?
Yeah.
And I've got an in because I know one of them personally, and I went to high school with one of them. But just anybody that stopped by there just can't fucking walk out and get out the car and fucking walk up on it,
I want to bring Ray a Orioles hat.
Oh yeah, it'd be dope, man. If you like, I would take certain people to meet them, but it wouldn't be just anybody, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, I would take you. I would take you.
Yeah, I was just saying because you said something.
Uh,
Well, also, I'd be respectful of him. I mean, good God.
oh yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. I would take you.
So tier talk is we're gonna hit it now.
If you ever wanted to.
Yeah, Bama's sleeping with rock star shades on.
Yeah, he can sleep. Fuck it, whatever.
No, I'm saying
I let people. Yeah,
like
I'm not asleep.
Even if you was to school, right? Yeah.
No problem.
I used to have a thing about falling asleep on my life, bro. But I did fall asleep. Some people thought I was sleeping, I wasn't though. But
Shit. The other morning, me and Joey were taking turns falling asleep.
What was it?
Me and Joey were.
Oh yeah, I remember you and Joey was both gone, bro. The whole fucking panel. There was still 5 of us on there. You, DVS, and Joey, and there was 2. It wasn't even I don't even know if it was one of our channels or not, but we were the only 2 people on there. And the rest of y'all was gone, bro. I was like, fuck, whatever. Hey, I don't care. So I'm gonna tell y'all what. I'm not gonna say I always on anything. I'm saying, but when I was on methadone, the one thing I hated worse in this world was to somebody when I would nod off, right, to fuck with me and wake me up.
Oh,
I'm like,
it's
yo,
a restart.
I'm listening. I'm like, yo, look, I can hear every fucking thing you're doing. Don't think I'm like zonked out. Okay.
Right.
I'm in my fucking zone. And my zone, it happens to be behind my eyelids, right? And with my head down. So don't think I didn't just hear you fucking pick up that pen over there and write down something on a piece of paper. So if that lets you know anything, I wasn't asleep. I'm
Yeah, I know what you're
fucking.
saying.
There's a difference. Uh, but but I
Shit,
hate
I
to bother
drink.
somebody when they're trying to fucking just feel their vibe and kid and you know, because I know what it feels. Even when I used to smoke weed heavy, bro, and I get to that point where you're there with your eyes barely open, and you know what's going on, but you don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Kind of
Bro,
like Bam is right now.
anytime it's late on a live, it's just from smoking a lot of
Yeah,
bud in one day. Because
yeah,
I drink my dose. It's literally been almost 24 hours since I
yeah.
drank
You're
my
probably due for
last
your next
dose.
dose almost.
In 2 hours, I'll be ready to drink a big 56 some dose that's not even all that energy.
Right.
I don't care what
Uh,
people want to make up.
I don't. Man, I could care less if I went and got on. Bro, man, I used to. I had this shirt, dude, that I had printed, right, and it cost a lot to get it printed because it was because I only had one printed, right. But I had a methadone take-home bottle open, right, and it had a Xanax bar floating around in it. It was something I drew, right, and I had it printed out, and I wore that motherfucker proudly, bro. I
It
wore it to
was
the
a shirt?
methadone.
What was it?
Yeah,
Say it again.
I wanted this shirt, right? And at the time, man, there wasn't like Wish and shit where any place you could find that had shirts that said Xanax or anything on it, right? And
Yeah.
I wanted a fucking shirt with okay, we had the real good pinkish pink. It had a different color pink to it, methadone, right? But we had it was Malencrop brand. But
Yeah. Now
I
known as
drew.
Hickama. Now
What
known
is
as
it?
Hick. They changed their name to Hickama.
Oh, okay.
Huckama or something like
Uh,
that.
but I drew my own little methadone bottle, right? Uh, uh, had a label on it. Didn't put my name on the label, but I put my dose on it and everything. But I put a Xanax bar inside the methadone bottle, right? And I had this printed out into a T-shirt, and I wore that motherfucker proudly, bro. I loved it.
Guess what a program around here did? They handed out T-shirts to people, and on the back in the "Got Milk" letters it said "Got Methadone," and then on the front it had the name of their. It said
Bro, I'd
uh,
kill to have one of
Turning
those,
Point,
man.
blah
That's
blah
fucked.
blah. Bro, I
I,
remember the first time like a regular person saw that, they were like, "Take that shirt off. What are you thinking?" And I'm like, "What? Nothing wrong
yeah,
with
I
my
don't give
shirt."
a shit, man. I've had that argument with so many people that I usually when they before before the argument ever starts, I just say I'm not sober. I'm on methadone. So yeah, leave me alone. I
Yep.
don't want to hear your arguments about how you know. Yeah, some people it's bad for because they can't fucking. For me, uh, the first year it was great, but after that it was a shit show, right?
Yeah, I
Uh,
feel you.
but that was because of me, nobody else. If I would have worked their program right, it'd been fine. But uh, but they don't know how many lives that have saved. It's saved way more than it's taken.
It's crazy though. There's a lot of people that disappear from the program, and I've talked to the nurses. I'm like, how many people do you lose? Like, I know that's kind of a morbid thing to ask, but is it like a lot, a little? Like, what kind of ratio is it these days? And he was like, we lose a lot of people, and I was
Yeah,
like, shh. I couldn't imagine because they see people every day. Some people have to go every day.
Let me
yeah.
ask you a question. How long would you have to go without methadone, and then you could do some opiates and you'd feel the opiates?
You mean Suboxone?
good.
or
No,
methadone.
he's on methadone.
True.
What you
Right.
got?
How long?
That's
It's
that
How
pretty
is
long
strong
does
with
it take
Suboxone.
when you get like if you don't dose one day and you want to get high, like the next day, can you do that? And will you get high?
bro. If that was really your mission, you could leave the program and go get high.
Yeah, look, I'll tell you, but you gotta have something that can compete with the methadone. It's the only thing it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying.
Point I'm trying to make.
I never
It's like,
Yeah, I
really
know
had a
what point you're
line
trying
on
to make is how long
garbage.
would it take you, Jeff, to
Right.
for the
I
methadone to
don't
be
know of a
ineffective.
time. It
yeah,
never. I don't know of a time because anything that I ever was getting my hands on, that wasn't gonna slow it down. To be honest with you, but I mean, I suppose if you were like a Percocet addict or something like that, you might need to not take your dose for a
Yeah,
day or so. But
yeah,
you
like
gotta think, man, I was just plugging it right, you know what I mean? You're gonna feel that shit, don't matter what you drink.
let me
But
tell you what I used to do, man. I used to leave the methadone clinic, man, when no panics hit really hard around here. Uh, Bro, I would leave the methadone clinic and go buy me an Opana. Go straight to my dude, right, and get me an Opana. One for the taste of it, right, when I did it, and two because it did nothing but increase the methadone high, right? It was that good. That's how strong Opanas were.
Code plus at trueplastic.com.
see,
5% off with code
I know what you have
over.
questions, Weeby, about um,
William.
the ingredients that are in Suboxone, the Norcan,
Narcan and buprenorphine, yeah.
but I still think that if people are really serious when they first start, they'll the guys that seek out Suboxone are guys that really want to get sober. So I'm assuming that there's, I just think that there's a small percentage of people that stay in those methadone clinics for 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 a really for the long time, that whatever the program they designed for them, they don't
Yeah,
stick around for. They don't see it out to the end.
no, they don't, or they're a lifer, one of the two.
Yeah.
I've sat with a lot of people, like if I'm waiting for the doctor, or waiting for a counselor, or waiting for whoever, and you can tell that people do an intake because half of them are sitting there shaking.
Yeah,
And
looking
I've been
like that,
like,
or look like
bro,
death.
like sometimes I want to ask them, like, how long, what have you been doing? Like, what's up? And see what they say. And then depending on what they say, be like, bro, go home and ill that shit out. Like, you're getting yourself into a whole whirlwind of something you don't want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then again, it's like, I'm not nobody to give somebody
Same thing
medical
with me.
advice.
I used to
The
I would sometimes I'd grab a seat if you were near the window. That's where the intake chairs were usually at. Like
Yeah.
where you pass the intake chairs going up to the line. So if you got up close to the line and they was busy with that we had 5 windows, right?
Yeah.
So
JP, what do you got?
sometimes I just sat in one of the intake chairs for a second, and then fucking get up when my spot started rolling. But if somebody was there, man, especially if they was really, really young, I'd be like,
Yeah.
yo, have you thought about this shit? And if you checked and looked it up and stuff, I'm gonna tell you, because it's no fun. Look, if you think what you're going through now is bad, uh, don't ever, if you start this, don't fuck it up to where you have to get kicked out or work it the right way, either one. Because either which way, those
Yeah, when I put
medications.
myself
Hold on. Keith says those medications make you feel higher. They just help you not want to go into withdrawal. Okay, I'll answer my answer on that. Okay, Suboxone at first it gets you a little bit high. Not the kind of high that I would like that I would normally like, but you definitely are not dope sick.
Change that up right now.
Now methadone, uh, now all you do with now Suboxone, all you do is just feel normal. You don't feel it just makes you feel whatever your normal is, right?
Right.
But but with methadone, yeah, but I made sure that I could go as high as I could keep going, and I wasn't a person at that time that was trying to kick anything. I was just trying to make it easier to stay high and not have to pay so much for it. And to be
I'll
honest
tell
with
you
you,
something crazy about methadone.
See,
The
that's a
more
good example of what I'm talking about. Because you knew that if you started doing Suboxone, you couldn't keep going on the high.
yeah, no, I knew that.
fuck, I forgot what I
Go
was.
Right.
ahead, sorry,
So you opt for the methadone.
Oh, I know what I was about to say. As
So
I started,
that's my example right there, bro. I'm not trying to be judgmental or anything. It's just an observation I've made.
go ahead and say what you were gonna say, Doug, and then I'm gonna
when I
talk back.
was starting like detoxing, man, I've probably been more knocked out or tired or lethargic or something from like a 50 milligram. Because for a while I was lowering like lowering myself and keeping shit aside in case something crazy happened in the world. But I mean, 40, man, would sometimes knock me out. Like, it was weird. Like, I could drink 100 and go work all day long at a 9 to 5, but it was like sometimes the low doses would knock me out. Like, I don't know, but as
I
far
mean,
as
those
whatever
first
that person,
35 milligram doses I ever got, bro, they was the ones that really hammered me, like the starting off doses. But Jeff,
I don't go.
but with methadone, yeah, my thing was I knew I damn sure knew I wasn't gonna be sick, and it was at the time when I first started to. At that time, it was $10 a day. Right now, I can go for free if I wanted to, right?
Right.
But
Yeah,
uh,
like,
it was $10 a day, right? So as opposed to me trying to come up with $400 or $500 a day, I knew that I could go spend $10 a day and feel absolutely wonderful for the rest of the day, right? Which with all any kind of medication, your tolerance does get higher, and you get adjusted to it. But still, yeah, there was never a time that I was on methadone, and if I wanted to sit down and chill out for a minute and nod off, I could do it. There was never a time that I could not do that, right?
And
But with me,
were you doing Xanax at the same time?
no, I'm talking about when I wasn't on Xanax. When I was on Xanax, it's a whole different monster.
bro, there's two lanes of people because I see it in like
Because
where I
because
live.
when you're on methadone and you do a benzo, it's like playing Russian roulette, man.
Bro, I
Well,
do it every day.
yeah, it just depends. It depends on how if you're really really going hard on the benzos. Now, if you're just taking a regular prescribed
That's what
dose,
I was about to
you don't
say.
have to
Like,
worry about it. You're good. It's not like
plus, you
at all.
have to. If you
Yeah,
don't,
but
you're
it's like
out.
if you were taking 2 milligrams a day and then you wanted to get loaded and you took six, then now you're spinning the fucking
Yeah,
wheel on the gun, you know?
yeah,
Look, if
bro.
it, there's
Oh yeah, it does.
there's people that want. There's two lanes of methadone patients. There's people who are taking the methadone because they know once they take the methadone and they take A, B, and C with it, they're gonna be good for all day,
Cheap.
24 hours, eat a full meal, be nodded out. And I'm not saying that's a productive thing. I'm saying that's their get down. But then there's people
Right,
who want the help from it. Suboxone
right.
doesn't work for them. Once they're in a place in their life that they're ready to leave it behind them, they put themselves on a detox. At least that's how I see it going because that's what I'm trying to do for myself. So it really is the direction you want to go because there's so many people that leave the program in the morning, hop right on the subway, go right downtown to the market, get themselves a Finnegan, a Dean, and a bar, and they're out for the next 8 hours. Then they go home and go to bed and restart the day the next day. And that's what they do. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like you guys would never catch me on a live if I was ever. I wouldn't be
No,
awake to be able to do it. It'd be no
after
go.
I after that first year, and I started actually taking the Zans with it. Right now, I was eating 20 milligrams of Xanax a day, 30 milligrams
Uh,
more. Sometimes I've eaten as much as 80 milligrams in one day with 197 milligrams of methadone, bro.
oh
Showed up
my
to
I
my
know,
family
God,
reunion
bro.
like that.
dude.
And
You're so lucky you're
I
alive.
know I am. I don't know how. Look, God or whatever God y'all ever anybody prays
God,
to has
God was
looked
with
out for
you, man.
me. I do, and it's nothing to brag about. It's something, but it is some kind of almost superpower thing that I have that I can withstand that much. And I wasn't even like I was definitely effed up, right, out of my gourd, but I still could function if as long as somebody snapped me back. I mean, yo, all right, let's go do whatever we gotta do. But
See, I don't see how that's even possible unless you had them in your hand and just went like that with it. Because
wow,
once 6 or 10 of them have been digested, I'm gonna be like this guy up in the corner. Like you ain't
no,
gonna be
bro,
telling me
I
not
was
be able to go.
driving, bro. I was driving. I
I
went to
wish he
my
would answer his phone.
it was done. It was stupid. Uh,
Yeah,
and
it's
like I said, I was on 197 milligrams at that time. And look, here's the deal. Okay, uh, a family member had given me the bottle of Xanax. They gave them to me every month because I've always been on straight slump. But because I really honestly have had anxiety problems most of my adult life, and but I was abusing them. But anyway, so here's how I know what I took. She got 84 in a month. I don't know what that equals out to, right, per day, but she got 84, right? I don't know, or it might have something to do with the day's supply. But anyway, and I
84 what?
84 blue footballs, 1 milligram Xanax,
they're
and
probably working on like
Right.
a 7 day policy and something like that.
well,
7
anyway,
days.
but anyway, I so my girlfriend was with me, right? And let me tell you how irresponsible this is, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm ashamed of this, right? So, but I will say this. Okay, so look, I went and dosed. Well, I actually went and picked up my take homes that morning. I dosed and I picked up my take homes for the weekend,
If
and
it was 84 a month,
yeah, it was 84 a month.
so it was 2.5 milligrams a day was her
Okay,
script.
You're
okay.
good at math.
Well, anyway, I as soon as I got out in the parking lot, I dosed when I was inside. I got out in the parking lot and cracked another bottle open and took. I don't know how much I took out of it. I didn't know, but I stopped and picked up the Zans, right? And uh, I don't, for some reason that morning I said, oh, fuck it, let's go ahead and just. But I remember, here's how I remember this so vividly, because my girlfriend got so mad that I only gave her 4 of them, right? And that was all. The whole script was there, and I gave her 4, so I took whatever was left. So that would be 80, right? And which 40 bars I can think about 40 bars. I could handle that
Dude,
just
that
fine. I
sounds
can
like
handle
a
it just fine
death
right now.
wish, bro.
But no, it does. It does sound like it. But like I said, it's always been balls to the wall, and with the benzos, man, they don't affect me as bad as they do everybody else. Bro, I got a homeboy that can take a half of Xanax, and he'll be fucked up for days, bro. Like
Yeah.
Well,
I
you
almost,
just got a fucking mega tolerance to it. But I'm going to tell you something. The older you get, the worse that effect is, man.
well, that's kind of the reason I don't do that kind of shit anymore. You know what I mean? Like that, like not. I don't definitely don't abuse nothing like that. Uh, but I do, I've slipped up, probably in the past couple of years, and I remember. Let me see. Right when COVID hit, bro. I ended up with 40 bars somehow, and and I had never seen the blue ones before. The first time I'd ever seen the blue ones,
Breckenridge.
the blue bars, and uh, and I
Yeah,
ended up with 40 of them. I
Breckenridge.
said, well, fuck that, I'm gonna take them, right? So I took them, and I have no desire to or anything else. I just took them because they were there, and I just didn't do nothing to me. I mean, I just got zanned out, got hungry as hell. Woke up I woke up in the corner, flipped over in my computer chair with my neck in the corner with a piece of pizza laying on my chest. But uh, uh,
At least
and
they
then
were pretty.
my body was hurting so bad when I woke up. I said, "How the fuck did I end up here?" Right? So I was thinking to myself, right? Uh, and where did the pizza come from? Right? Okay, so that's another thing. And uh, but I remember I plainly, yeah, I'm looking at the corner right now as I'm talking about it. But I definitely got hammered, right? And but what I was gonna tell y'all was that's the last bad slip up I had like that, right? And
Right.
but that day I done that, man. I dosed, and like I said, I cracked open another bottle of mine. I didn't take it all, but I took a pretty good dose because my girlfriend only took about a little bit of hers, and she always gave me the rest of it, so I knew I'd be good for the rest of the weekend. But I stopped and picked up them Xanax, and I handed her 4, and then I took the bottle and just turned it up with all of them at the same time, and I swallowed them all at the same time, right, with one big drink, one big gulp, and uh. And then and look, but here's the bad part about all this. What I'm getting ready to tell y'all. I had my children in the car with me in the back.
No.
Okay, listen. But here was my thoughts. Well, I ain't got to drive but 3 or 4 miles, right? Okay.
Oh
So I
man.
said, by the time I get there, they won't have kicked in. Well, about a mile from where I was going, they kicked in, right? I'm like, oh shit. I really don't know what's about to happen to me. So I need to really get to where I'm going. So I got to where I was going, and it was a family reunion. I had my mom would give me 2 rules about that family reunion. She said, "Do not show up." I had these fucking sweatpants, right? I loved them because they were big bell-bottom sweatpants, right? Loved them, bro. I would give anything to have. If I could find them in the garbage in the dumpster somewhere, I'd take them and wash them and keep them again. I love these pants, right? But they were so fucking wore out and raggedy, it was ridiculous.
Like
But
burnt holes.
it was my methadone pants, right? But no, man,
Definitely
they were
burnt
still
holes.
intact, bro. Everything it was just the back of the heel was wore the fuck down, right? But I had never seen another another pair of sweatpants like this in my life. If I ever do, I'm gonna get whatever I can of them. But I could never imagine something that fits tighter around my leg wearing it. I'm still stuck back when, whatever. But my mom said, do not show up in those fucking yellow sweatpants and do not be zanned out of your mind while you're taking that methadone, right? That's the only 2 things she asked of me. Guess what I did? Both of them, right?
Yeah.
So I show up, I walk in, and yeah, I'm obliterated, right? And okay, so my mom gives me the look real quick, and it's like a fucking. She pulled me to the side, and she said, "You drove that far with those kids in the back." And I'm like, "Mom, I just not took them, right? Like, it ain't. I'm not." She's like, "Yeah, you are, okay, because you'll argue up and down with somebody that you're not, and you'll believe yourself too, and really, in all reality, you're plastered, right?"
Oh
And
yeah.
but she
I've been laid out at a Ruth Chris Steakhouse before. I mean,
right?
flat out on the table.
Yeah,
Like, you know how people say, I've got kicked out at nicer places than this? I always think, like, I've nodded out at nicer
yeah,
places
yeah.
than this.
I was, but they look. My girlfriend went. She went. My girlfriend, and she felt good. She was pretty. She was pretty high herself because one or two Xanax for her was enough to get right, especially off a little tiny bit of methadone with her. You know what I mean? But I mean, I was on fucking gargantuan dose of whatever of it. You know what I mean? Anyway, so my mom was embarrassed as fuck, right? And I had already, I didn't used to be the black sheep, but I had turned into it gradually.
Yeah.
So, my mom, my cousin, my crazy ass cousin Kenny was there, right? And of all people, for her to have me drive me out of there, I don't know why she chose him. But anyway, we got down the road. We went to his buddy's house, right? And his buddy grew, right? He had a grow room and shit. And while Kenny went in the dude's house, my mom basically, okay, first off, before I left the family reunion, all I did was when I got there, my face hit the plate and it just stuck in it for a few minutes until somebody come along asking what was wrong with me. And my girlfriend, I could hear her saying, he hasn't gotten any sleep in a couple days, and that was obvious. I was just ripped out of my board, right? And I heard different whispers here and there. I could hear shit that was going on. What's he on? Oh God, he's bad again. Blah blah blah. Anyway, so my mom asked me politely to leave, right? And had my cousin Kenny to drive me out of there. Well, when we got down to his homeboy's house, 'cause he was going down there to get a little bit of smoke. And anyway, I jumped back over in the driver's seat, right? I said, fuck yes, I'm driving, right? Dude, I backed out of the dude's driveway he was at, and I plowed into it. It was a little, I don't know what kind of car it was, but it was when they first started making them little boxy style cars, with the little short front ends. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it was like that, right? But it may have been a Toyota model, which Scion was part of Toyota, I think. But anyway, it was a little orange color. It was one that come with the plain factory wheels, no kind of hubcaps or nothing, right? It's a little. But look, I was in the '98 Explorer, right? I jammed into that son of a bitch, bro, and I about knocked it over the hill, and I just drove off, right? Left, didn't even look.
Smart cars.
No, it wasn't a smart car. It was. This was in 2000.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Way
Nine.
before smart cars.
It was probably 2009 or 10. But it was just one of those little boxy cars. But anyway, I crushed it. I mean, I don't know how much damage to it because I never seen it again. But look, okay, so my dad lived right around the corner, so I knew I hit it, and we knew how we had to change driver seats real quick. So we changed driver seats, and we get to going down the road a little bit. Here comes another car behind us, bro, right on our ass, and it was those people chasing us, right? So my girlfriend, okay, she was driving, right? Kenny couldn't drive because he had warrants and everything else, and he didn't want to drive in Sophia where we were at, the little town we were at this time. Now anywhere else he would have drove, right? But so she drove. But we get up this place called Blue Room Road. It's about 2 miles away. And I don't know where homeboy gets a butcher knife from, my cousin. But he takes this butcher knife and starts jabbing it out the window, right? Like he's jabbing somebody with it.
Right.
So they back off and just pull off, right? They done got my tags and all that shit, right? So 2 days later, okay, I told my mom I nailed a car. I just did basically a hit and run. I told her, about it, but 2 days later, I was down at the gas station in Sophia, right, in my Explorer. I didn't have a fucking dent one on it. It was just because it was just the bumper hit it. It's when they still were mounted, steel bumpers. Yeah,
I've wrecked them. They're tanks.
Yeah, it was a 2-door, 5-speed '98 Explorer. Anyway, I went inside and paid for the gas, and I come out and I seen a bunch of cops around the back of the car, and I'm like, oh shit, here we go, right? Yeah, like Mike's exactly. He was doing it just like Michael Myers. Like he was jabbing, but but the cops was like, where was you at on such and such? And I was like, family reunion, and he said, oh really? And I was like, yeah. What's so weird about that? And he was like, it just so happens there was a hit and run at such and such. Well, first off, home and another thing, home dude was freaking out because he had a grow room, and this was that year, so it was still taboo as hell to have any kind of shit like that at your house. He thought the police were gonna come to his house and search it because we did a hit and run back out of his driveway. But anyway, so the police is out back of they looked at the back of my Explorer, and they didn't see nothing on there, and they're like, they was just asking a bunch of questions, and I'm like, yeah, and they was like, well, just so happened we had a hit and run vehicle just like yours with same plate number, same description as the driver, blah blah blah. I said, okay, well, I told like I said, I had told my mom about this. I told her what I'd done before this. They said, do you have any way to prove that you were at this family reunion? I said, yeah, like there was like 50 people there, right? And I said, here, I'll put you on the phone with my mom right now, all right? So I I called her up, handed him the phone, and me and my mom, bro, we had these vibes. I don't know what it was, but she knew when I done something fucked up, and she knew how to help me out, right? And she would do it. But she got on the phone, and they asked where was they asked if I was happened to be attending a family reunion at such and such day, such and such time. And she said, yeah, he was there all day. And she said they said the reason we're asking is because they told him the reason. She said, well, while he was there, one of my friends from Florida come in and borrowed the car, or not borrowed the car, but test drove it because they were thinking about buying it. This was a real tall guy. She told him it's real, gave him a description. It wasn't exactly like me, but it was enough to where you could pass it off as me, right? And she made up a name, blah 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 blah. And anyway, because the vehicle was in her name, right? But anyway, she said no, he was at the family reunion for at least 4 hours, and the time you're talking about, there was no way he could have been there, especially in the car when it was gone. And so it got blamed on some dude named Keith from Florida, right? And but anyway, here's the deal. They still my insurance got charged with it and they paid it, but I don't care. Nothing else happened, but it kept me from getting really jammed up. Oh, good night, one.
You ducked the bullet on that one, bro.
Huh?
You ducked the bullet on that one.
Oh, bro, look, if my mom is hell, if it wouldn't have been her, somebody did, bro. Like I could look across the room at her if a cop was in the room trying to talk to me about something or fuck with me. I could look at her eyes, and it was like we was talking to each other, saying like just. We had that vibe, man, where we could speak to each other without speaking to each other.
You know, my mom was just fierce. She was just this little fat lady, but she was fierce, man. And one time I was riding home, and this cop followed me into my neighborhood. And just as I was getting ready to pull my bike into the back, he fucking flipped his lights on. So I'm like, all right, I'm fucking wearing a patch. I know I'm in the gang file. I'm expecting a fucking felon stop right in front of my house, man. And it was a half-assed felon stop, It was like, just get off the bike and just keep your hands where I can see him. Come back and put him on the hood of the car. And my mom comes out the house and she starts yelling at the fucking cop and like, what are you doing? Why are you bothering him? What did he do? Why is he fucking in it with his hands on the fucking hood? And I'm like, be cool, mom. Lighten up, man. Don't get so
Yeah.
worked up. Just let him do his job. Going back in the house, everything's fine, you know. Because
Yeah.
I knew that could escalate the situation, you
Yeah,
know.
extreme. It could do. Yeah, it could do a lot of damage to the
Yeah,
situation.
and next thing you know, he's popping off to my mom, and then I
Yeah,
lose my fucking temper, you know. And so,
Hey, I know how that is.
but
Tell the story, but
that
my
was the first time I ever seen my mom like get fucking fierce like that. It was a trip.
yeah,
my mom's on point when something happens before I even know it. I had something happen recently and nothing even happened, but she knew what was happening all around me before I ever even was aware of anything. So moms are on point, man.
yeah. They are, man. Uh, man. I look this. I'm kind of related to these people. They're very distant cousins of mine, but they it's like my grandma and this lady I'm going to tell you about. They were like second or third cousins, right? So it would make me a way cousin. But anyway,
Yeah.
her husband. This is back in the
Not little people, but like if you're
60s, right? And state troopers around here or anywhere, much less, they were. You might as well had a damn army sergeant pull you over, right?
Oh yeah, they was redneck as a
Yeah,
motherfucker. I
yeah.
bet,
Well,
man.
her,
Toothpick, fucking toothpick in their mouth,
yeah,
fucking looking at you like, are we gonna have a heart to heart?
yeah. Uh, well, anyway, this lady's husband, my grandma's cousin. Her name was Billy June. That's what they call her, Billy June. Her name was Billy, Billie June,
Right.
whatever, right? Well, anyway, her husband was known for fucking getting drunk and trying to outrun the police, right? And well, he one night he done it. He didn't outrun them, but they just basically just followed him to his house, right? And he made it in the house before they got to him, right? And they were taking him out, and she grabbed one of them state troopers by the back of his shirt, right? And he had his club in his hand, right? And he smacked her in the mouth with it, bro. One of her teeth stuck in the door, bro. Right?
Whoa.
Okay. Knocked them all, knocked all the fronts out. Okay.
Oh man.
And uh, she had to go the next, or she had to go to the hospital that night, but she had to go for like emergency dental surgery the next morning, right? But she called up the police and talked to the trooper that done it, right? He said, "Ma'am, we just get paid to take them out. We don't get paid to put them back in." And that was his answer to her for because she told him they was gonna have to pay for it, you know, because back then you had to pay for services. And
Yeah, it's like this is my
yeah,
teeth, not a
yeah,
front
he said,
door.
"Man, we get paid to take them out, not to put them back in." So, but you know that's back then. You didn't. It was a lot different. If there would have been body cams back then, it'd have been crazy.
Oh yeah.
Because this dude he lives a couple counties over from him, and he had a shootout with well he took out one of the officers. They didn't kill him, but he put him down pretty bad. But he
this whole story about him and his uncle and these kids.
they wow, when I looked at his mug shot, bro, man, he was, bro, you couldn't see, he couldn't see nothing, but you could not see a place on his face that was, you couldn't tell what color this dude was, bro.
Whoa.
They must have whooped his ass. I'm talking about whooped it, bro. Like here, what they do here. Here's where they get you here. Oh, if you do something wrong, if you fuck with them here, now see when they bring you in at the magistrate's office, they pull underneath. We got a court building. It's I still call it new, brand new, but it's about 10 or 12 years old, right? But the old court building's still across the road, the real old one. But
I've been to Harold's.
the new court building, as I call it, you drive underneath the bottom and the Sally port's down there, and they got an elevator that takes you up to the magistrate, right? And or the holding cell or wherever you're going. But that's the only place in that whole building that don't have any cameras in that elevator. And everybody around here dreads the fuck out of that elevator because that's where
They man, they used to do the same fucking shit here. The elevator ride,
yeah.
Yep.
stop in between floors.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or they could hit the
You
button.
know, I grew up in a small town, and there was the city police, and then there was the sheriff's department,
Mm-hmm.
and the sheriff's
Yeah.
department covered the county. And
Yeah.
these motherfuckers, they wore fucking cowboy hats and fucking cowboy boots, and they were good old boys. It was a fucking,
That's how it is here, man.
oh man, like the sheriff that was in for life. You know, every time they voted on him, he was in. He was a Mormon,
Yeah.
and you know, they were cowboys. They came from a ranch.
Yeah, there's
All of them that
basically it's
came
just been
down
the
there.
whole thing's just been passed down through the whole bloodline too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, well, there was four brothers that came from this, you know, central Nevada that came from a fucking uh, uh, a cattle ranch. They came down here, and somehow they started working themselves into fucking politics. And the
Yeah.
next thing you know, you sheriff, and then there's commissioner, and then all of a sudden there's a fucking senator and a
Yeah.
congressman. You know,
Yeah. Keith,
and
you're definitely right. But yeah. Yeah, I know how that
and
system
so
works, bro.
you know, they were the kind of guys you pull you over. When I was a teenager, I'd pull over, and like I go quit school in 16, and so like I'd go with a friend to the high school to pick up his girlfriend, who was a fucking cheerleader, for lunch, you know, and
Yeah.
then end up getting pulled over by this fucking same cop, and he's following me, and so you know, I'm not going over the speed limit. I'm staying in the speed zone of the school, and the motherfucker pulls me over and tells me I'm going too fast, and then you know, he starts hacking on this girl, saying, you know what? I know who you are. Why are you hit with these scumbags? You know, or like, you know, these low life guys. You
Yeah.
know, and I'm like, who the fuck are you calling a low life, man? Next thing I know, I got hair all in my face. Bam! My fucking mug is right on the hot hood of this fucking car, and I feel this piece of metal on my head. And he goes, Mr. So and so, are we about to have a heart to heart? And I'm like, fuck no. You know?
Yeah,
And he
exactly.
pulls his gun back and puts it in and lets go of my fucking head from the back, you know, full of hair, handful of hair. And, you know, that's the way they were. And then when they went to this, merged the two departments together, it took about good 10, 15 years to get rid of that fucking redneck shit that came from the sheriff's department. You know,
Right.
they were still fucking that mindset when they were policing.
It's finally dissipating here some. Well, actually a lot, right? But it's
I
like
would think with the younger guys getting more power, that you know, with the younger
yeah.
guys moving
Well, a
up.
lot of them's moved on now to be judges and stuff like that,
Uh-huh.
and you know some of them their kids didn't take the. But see what? But it's all there's also more populated now than but what it was in the 50s, 60s, 70s, whatever, right?
Well,
But
another thing too is that, you know, there's been a push in the police departments across the country to be real professional when they're fucking doing shit.
yeah,
And, you know, you got a lot of them that fuck up and
yeah,
fucking do stupid shit and make illegal arrests and fuck with you.
yeah.
But for the most part, like, I knew the drill, you know,
Hey,
and
Rick.
they,
But I'm asleep.
no, it's not.
He's asleep, but if you want me to turn on my live, I will, bro.
Yeah, you want to do that so he can just go to sleep anyway?
Yeah.
I think it'd be funny just to leave him. We're gonna leave him now, and he'll be just laying there live.
Bro, to
Yeah,
be
I mean, that's
honest,
all
I've
we
called
can
his
do.
phone. I've called his phone. That's what you keep hearing, that ringing. That's me
Uh,
hitting his
Rick.
line, and he wasn't trying to answer. I texted him, called him. He's not
Rick,
responsive.
I'll live up, man. I'll drop one, dude. I'm awake anyway. I might as well.
Go
Yeah, cool.
drop it, man.
All right, I'll
We'll
be
meet
there.
you
As
over
long as
there.
wait, as long as I get a yes from him and make sure he's going to come and jump on, yeah.
Okay, well, let's wait.
Was there to leave. I was like, I'm not.
Because I was gonna say, do you want to go to yours, Weavy? Because he seemed to be out, but if Rick probably will come up.
I'm gonna eat this.
He said link me up.
Are you 20% guy, kid?
Yeah, he said, yeah, I'm coming.
At least.
Yeah,
Okay, hold on a second.
Scumbag. Here's $1 and round it up to the next dollar.
All right, so I'm gonna bounce.
All right, I'll be there.
You're not gonna go just YouTube live. You're gonna go with StreamYard, right?
I'm giving $1.
Yeah, no, he's gonna start his streamer, so it'll be
Yeah.
you, me, Rick, and who. That's what I'm assuming is happening. I'm just gonna call Bama when this ends and tell him to turn the computer off.
He's not gonna answer it, dude.
Well, he hasn't been answering for the past 20 minutes, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna try, and I'll try again harder.
All right, I'm gonna go.
All right, I'll be there.
See over Weavies.
Yeah,
Peace.
it says because it used to be 18 or 15, 18, 20, and now it's 18, 20 or 18, 23, 25, or even 20, 23,
21, and then whatever the last one is.
Yeah, I
try to get you over that 20.
I go with that last one.
But a lot of these places didn't start doing the charge for a tip before the service happened. Now they're just everybody's flipping around and they're charging. They're asking for a lot more of a tip. Like even you go to the spot that says $1, $3, $5. They didn't used to have that at all. Ever since the whole COVID thing, and you were supporting small businesses, and every restaurant was doing it because everybody's trying to help everybody stay in business at that point.
Yeah.
But even after that, all the business owners know, like, hey, keep that on. Let's raise it another percentage.
No question.
Yes.
And so you think they're trying to get you in that situation?
So sometimes, like if say I'm at $5 bakery, this is $5 bakery, phenomenal. No, you're just grabbing a donut and putting it in the box and handing it to me. There ain't no tip that need to be involved with that, my man. I'm gonna hit the no tip. I'm gonna keep it moving.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a question.
Is that wild?
Would you rather have the option to round up?
For $1, like, hey, just help a charity? Absolutely. I'm gonna hit yes every time.
Every time I go to PetSmart, we'll just donate $10 for the dogs that don't have owners or whatever. I'm like, yes. Boom.
Yeah.
And I do the 10. I do it. I fucking have to. It's karma. You're gonna get that back. You're gonna get that back 10 times.
No.
That's weird. You guys been seeing the boy giving lately, and seems like everything's
Whether you give with the intent to receive, that ain't giving.
No, brother.
I gotta load the karma bucket to get some positive vibes in return. That ain't what.
That's exactly what I do.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I do. It don't matter how, you're still giving.
This ain't they don't ask how. They don't ask how. They ask how many. This ain't that.
This is that.
No.
This is what I just fucking said to you. We got 2 hours. Less than 2 hours, so we have to be at the ballpark. And I gotta get a ball glove. A ball glove? I gotta get a glove. There's some more of those good shots when we get to the ballpark. Those things are elite. We gotta fly back to Nashville though, because we're in Michigan right now doing this podcast, correct?
Oh, yeah.
We gotta hurry up and get there. Boys, thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe, rate 5 stars. Is there anything you'd like to plug before you?
Man, just thank y'all for having us out today. We got a little thing y'all talking about, Jelly Roll. We're working on a little album together.
Hell yes.
It should be out pretty soon. Come see us this summer on tour with Nickelback. And it's going to be a hell of a show. Thank y'all boys for having me, man.
Thanks for coming on, bro. That was a lot of fun.
Any place to get tickets?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Where? Tell me. My website, Bradley Gilbert, is what? BradleyGilbert.com. That's the one. Folks. Check it out.
BradleyGilbert.com.
Hope you love it.
Big hugs, tiny kisses.
Damn, that was a great time.
Today's episode is brought to you by Liquid Death Mountain Water. Murder your thirst. Today's guest is,
Yo, dog. What up, bro? I'm doing it right as we speak.